It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Boat. Good, everybody. Good, everybody.
Good, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, January 15th, 2025, and we are coming to you live this morning. How's everybody doing today?
Good, everybody. Woo.
I'm kind of torn over Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah?
We're off. I'm just saying it, but I wish it wasn't so soon. I wish we just got off a vacation. Nobody wants to do it. And then my daughter, I don't know how you put up with this, Gio, having your daughter do team sports for so long and your kids play soccer and all that. My daughter has a volleyball tournament this weekend. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's fun for 5 minutes, and then it's torture for 3 hours, and then it's fun for 5 minutes again. The 5 minutes you get there, you're like, all right, volleyball tournament. Then you have to sit there and wait for your kid to play, watching other kids that you don't know.
Yeah.
And you're bored off your mind. And then the other kids are done and your kid plays. And you're like, all right. And then the reality is your kid stinks. Or my kid's team stinks. I mean, I'm not even talking about like, oh, they'll get them next year. They won't get them next year. None of these kids are ever going to play volleyball anywhere else. They all stink. But they like it and they're having fun.
Right.
But it's ruining my Saturday, my Sunday, and Monday.
Oh, no. Yeah.
They now added it to Monday because Monday's a day off. Yeah, three-day vacation ruiner.
And especially right now where there's playoffs and there's Saturday and Sunday games and stuff. Yeah.
They always set it up, too, where there's the first game, it'll be at 9 o'clock on like a Saturday. And then their second game will be at like 6:30 on the same Saturday.
Yep.
And you're in Brandon, or you're somewhere else, so you can't really go anywhere, go home and come back. So then you're just killing time at like the mall or a Target or something.
My favorite is where people are like, explain to me again how you had to travel to Birmingham, Alabama for my son to play against the neighbor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, why are we?
So my daughter had a soccer tournament in Savannah, Georgia, like back in November. And we got there.
Starts out fun. Oh, Savannah. We're going to drive to Savannah. It's not bad. We'll have a good time. Yeah.
But like two of the teams we played were from Florida.
Right.
So it's like, what? Couldn't we have done this somewhere closer?
I mean, all these things, the amount of money that this volleyball thing cost is ridiculous.
Dude,
Joey's sports never cost as much money.
Youth sports is such a racket.
But I looked at my wife and I go, you know me, if the kids want to do it, I'm like, spend the money. I'm all for it. But I kind of, at one point, want to draw the line and go, this whole team stinks. Who are we paying to teach these kids? They've learned nothing.
Yeah,
they're awful.
It's and I've got two daughters that are almost the same age, so that's two soccer clubs. That's double the tournaments. So I mean, I enjoy it. I love it, but it's a grind. It's a lot of money.
How much are you spending?
Oh, thousands.
Thousands
Too.
$4,000.
Yeah,
Oof.
Yeah. That's
For
right.
what?
Softball,
Shorts?
I don't. Certainly not lessons.
They got and then they got to have like 5 different jerseys, and they got to have the windbreaker and the rainbreaker and the hoodie,
unnecessarily short shorts.
Yeah, and stuff that they're never going to wear. You know, I'm like, why are we buying a jacket when it's in Florida? It's cold for a month.
Yeah,
and you had 2 games that month.
I will tell you, softball considerably cheaper, much more hands-on, good coaches and all that, good team play, good lessons learned. And I didn't mind softball at all.
Yeah.
But even going to the games wasn't bad. But the tournaments are really killing me, man.
Club soccer, very expensive.
Well, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And it's ruining my 3-day weekend now. And it's kind of racist that it's on Martin Luther King Day.
I'm on the home stretch, though. My daughters are both teenagers, both in high school. So it's like I only got a little bit more of this to go.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'll miss it at that point.
My mother used to work on the weekends. And I played like CYO basketball and Little League baseball. And I would get up on a Saturday morning by myself at the age that my daughter is now, make breakfast, get on a bus, take that bus to Newdorp Lane, get off at Newdorp Lane, get on another bus, take that down to Miller Field, and go to the game by myself, play, then leave, and then take the buses back home. Never thought of a thing about it. Like I was never like, why do I have to take a bus home?
Yeah.
That's what you had to do. And it was never a problem. I should just tell my daughter, take a bus.
Yeah.
Take a Uber.
And some of these, these out of town tournaments, the club that's hosting the tournament, they make it where you can only stay in like a designated hotel.
Yeah.
Which they've blocked out, and they're probably getting a kickback, so
Sure.
the price is like double.
You talk about that, about getting the bus and doing all that stuff whenever you were 11.
Yeah.
Did you see the lady that got arrested for a 10-year-old walking down the street?
Yes.
It's
insane.
That's pretty wild.
It's insane. Penn and Teller Penn and Teller's got their show BS on Showtime. I don't think it's still on, but they would take things that one of the best ones they ever did was on recycling.
Yeah.
And they did about recycling. It's not that recycling is bad. It's just it's a scam.
It's
a
not
way
cost
for other,
effective.
right. It's not a cost effective. It's a way for other companies to make money. And they've got you believing that they're saving the world. But the truth is, most of the time, the designated land for garbage and landfill and stuff will be taken. It'll be converted into a park or some other land. Like they just show you the alternatives. It's a lot of BS. And one of the episodes they have is it safe for your kids to go out alone? And they have this kid who is about 7 years old. And he would go out of his apartment in New York, go down to the subway, ride the subway to school. After school, he would hang out with his friends, and then he would take the subway and come back home. And they follow the kid from afar to see what his routine was. And then they would see how dangerous it was for him, and the kid was fine.
Wasn't there a show with Chinese kids where they did that,
Oh
where they had to go and get, all the
Galvin,
different stuff?
that show made me so nervous. They were sending like 6-year-olds out.
They did it. They did a skit on Saturday Night Live, and they had girls sending their boyfriends out for stuff. And the boyfriend would be like so confused, like, go and get me a razor, and then get me this. And the guy's like, what? Oh, he got it.
That show where they send the little Asian kids out is, they were sending like 6-year-olds to the store with a list and money, and the kids would just go to the store and do the shopping. Oh, that was crazy.
I still remember as a kid, and to do this now blows my mind. I remember when my aunts and my mom would send me into like 7-Eleven to buy a pack of cigarettes for them.
Yeah.
And I would just do that. And I knew what they would. That blows my mind to think of sending a kid in today to get a pack of cigarettes.
My mother would buy Merit 100s every night, and it would cost like 50 cents.
So this lady took her older kid to the doctors. And the younger kid, who was 10 years old, a boy, walked down the street to do something, whatever. And when he was walking down the street, somebody called, there's a 10-year-old walking by himself. And this, that, whatever. So they came and arrested the lady. And the lady goes, can you show me where it's illegal for a 10-year-old to walk down the street? She goes, he's walked down that street plenty of times. He knows what he's doing. It's totally fine, whatever. And she was pretty calm about it.
She was very intelligent.
And then this comes out where it says that according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, children are typically ready to walk alone safely without adult supervision at age 10.
Yeah.
Then they wanted her to sign a document, a safety plan thing, and they'd be like, hey, just sign this saying that that was wrong. We'll let it go. And she's like, no, I'm not signing that.
Yeah.
At what age, though?
He was 10.
But I'm saying, like, there's no law, so technically, at what age are you allowed to let your kid walk down the street by yourself? What age are you allowed to let your child stay home by themselves without
also,
getting in trouble?
Yeah, there is no age because there's 10-year-olds that are way more effective in doing things than some 17-year-olds. You know what I mean? It all depends on the kid and how they were brought up, and there's so many different factors, whatever. There's a 10-year-old that could easily go and do something, whatever, and then you send a 20-year-old and he's like, what am I supposed to do?
So then how are you supposed to judge, like, how a court, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like someone calls the cops and then they go pick up the mom for child endangerment. But again, it was just because a nosy neighbor called the police on her.
Carmen, you just got to be a good parent. Like, I'm pretty sure, I know for sure what my kids can do and what they can't. My kids are idiots, and I know that. Like, when my wife's like, if we go, we could just leave Joey with Juliana with Joey. I go, oh, no, we're not doing it. I don't trust that at all. Now maybe I would trust it, but not any younger than this. I just don't know that Joey knows how to handle situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but and again, that's you knowing your children. But think about the parent who does know her children, but she has to work 3 jobs, and she has a similar situation to you, and she has to leave her kids, to watch each other.
For some people, it's like out of necessity, not neglect.
Right.
Right. But then again, a neighbor sees a 10-year-old by himself, calls the cop. The cops come over and is like, "Well, a 17-year-old can't watch a 10-year-old."
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. My mother used to work on Saturdays, and my brother and I would get up, we'd watch cartoons, we'd eat breakfast like cereal or something, and then wrestling would come on, and we'd watch wrestling, and then when it was done, we'd move the furniture and just beat the snot out of each other. I mean, punches to the face. We would just beat the snot out of each other, and it would be brutal. Like if my mother knew, she would be losing her mind. But we did what we had to do. We got through it.
Right. But you just hear about like all these parents who get in trouble or they get a slap in the wrist or something like that. And it's like, but it's all based on opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you hear about a 23-year-old who left their 1-year-old at home by themselves to go on vacation in Texas. You know what I mean? So it is. I do understand it's up to the parents, but it seems like it's a pretty gray area.
My favorite is the one who leaves the kid in the car to go in a bar or a strip club
or a casino.
Yeah. Or a casino.
Here, kids, you wait here.
Yeah, like what goes through your head? Like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's wrong. It's definitely wrong, but it's like it's funny because like I saw a body cam of a lady who left her kids in a van to go into the casino, and I'm like, I mean they're in a van. They have plenty of room.
What's the worst?
They got their iPad. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I have to take some kids home sometime after like practice. Like I'll help Chad and stuff.
Right.
And I'm like sitting there. I'm like, do I wait till they go in the house? Because that's what my parents and grandparents did. You know what I mean? Like whenever they took me someplace, they didn't just drive off. And I'm just sitting there, and some of them don't have keys and stuff. And I one time I had to call Chad and like, am I just supposed to sit here and wait until they're
so like what they do?
Inside?
They couldn't get in their own house.
They can't get in their house, and they're like their mom's on the way. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be there in 20 minutes, but they don't have a key to get in, so they just have to sit there on the porch. I'm like. I don't know, like,
can't,
but like I can't do anything. But again, like I'm not gonna wait here for a half hour.
And then Miss Carmen sat in the driveway and stared at me.
But then I have that problem, and then the mom comes home. Why are you just watching my son? I'm like, I don't know what, dude. I had to call Chad. I'm like, I don't know what to do. He's like, just leave.
Dad,
she
like, won't leave. She's still in the driveway.
He was like, once that door shuts, take off. I was like, I don't feel right about that, but I just can't sit here for a half hour either.
That's one good thing about Juliana's volleyball is that there's other good parents, so we switch off on nights like the drive and stuff. And Wednesday nights stink. Wednesday nights they're there from 7:45 to 9:45.
Yeah,
I'm sitting out there for 2 hours in the car waiting for them to come out. I don't get home till 10:30.
Between my two daughters, it's 6 practices a week.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, they both go like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Would you rotate? See, I don't have to do it all the time. I just rotate with the other parents. It's not so bad.
My wife takes one and I take the other. And like
that's right. You got to split it.
One plays out in Wesley Chapel, the other plays in Land O'Lakes, and then they've got high school practices in between that.
I think the lesson that we learned here today is kids ruin everything.
Yeah, don't have kids.
Don't have kids,
pretty much.
Man.
Don't have kids until you're done doing the stuff you want to do.
No, you'll never be done. And let me tell you something, Galvin. You know I love my kids, but the payoff is not as good as I planned. Like. I was thinking last night about how beautiful my kids were when they were little and how they used to love me and they'd curl up and sit on the chair with me. And now my son spends 99% of his time with his girlfriend. I don't even know where he lives anymore. And my daughter just is like, hey, Michael. And I go, I'm your dad. And spend some time with me. And she's like, hi, Michael. And she'll walk in the other room. And I go, okay.
But like my oldest brother, Tom, and his wife, we're going to have kids. And they were like, all right, let's do the things. Let's go to Mardi Gras. Let's go to Bike Week. Let's go and do this. We're going to do all these different things. And then we're going to have kids. They even planned it so that my sister-in-law was pregnant in the wintertime.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they planned everything they could possibly plan. And then they're like, all right, we're ready to go. We're good. And then also they'll be this age when we're this age. So we'll be retired at this time and ready to go.
Yeah.
All right.
They planned it out. Pretty well.
That's good. I mean, that's good, especially doing the getting all the things out of the way that you wanted to do, because that really changes when you have kids. And I enjoyed doing a lot of things with my kids, but I feel like we were talking about the other day, Juliana had been to like 3 countries before she was 5.
Right.
I don't think she's going to remember a lot of that stuff, which is kind of a waste. But it's better that we all did it while we were young than trying to trek through when we're old.
Yeah.
So, my daughter got to go to Italy with her grandmother and great grandmother. That's pretty cool.
My son had a trip. I think it was Italy. their like senior trip, and then it was COVID, and it got canceled. And I was like, yeah, that really stinks because that would have been really cool for them.
I felt so bad for those kids, those COVID seniors and juniors and athletes, high school.
Oh,
athletes
we did the drive-through graduation,
and no prom, and all the things that you're like looking forward to while you're going to high school, and then they just got yanked away from them. Man, that was terrible, terrible. Anyway, welcome to the show.
What a drag!
Things going good. You want to continue? Hold on, let's continue the drag fest. Ready? Celebrities who've lost their homes in the California wildfires. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson, though, I feel like this is working out in his favor. I've seen more Mel Gibson in the last couple of days than I have in the last couple of years.
Yeah, does he have something coming out? Is there something new? Or
I don't know. He's just outspoken, I think.
I saw he was just on Rogan.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
He's really weird, though.
You know what I found out yesterday?
He is not as cool as you thought he was.
No, not at all.
He, Howard Stern, I was listening to Howard Stern yesterday for the first time in a long time. Sometimes I just want to hear talk, and I just dabble around the radio. And I put it on. Howard refuses to admit that he listens to Joe Rogan. I'll tell you, I was listening to Howard Stern yesterday. Howard says, Mel Gibson was on Joe Rogan. I know this because I was on Instagram and I saw, like, never will say, I was checking out the show or I listened. I don't watch the show. I just saw a clip of it on Instagram.
A lot of us don't watch the show either. We get the clips. You know what I mean? But,
I don't believe
But
him.
he's purposely.
Because then he went on for 20 minutes talking about all the things he said on the show.
He acts like it doesn't exist.
Because Rogan's talked about it. Like, Rogan used to go on Howard Stern show and then something, he goes, I don't know what happened. Whatever.
Howard said that he insinuated to Joe Rogan that Joe Rogan hated women and that there was a chance he might be gay. And Howard thinks that is what separated them. I remember because the first time I Bobby Jewell, who used to own Side Splitters, came up to me and he said, I said to him, I go, the problem that I have with you is that you bring in terrible comedians. You're still bringing in guys who are on the Ron and Ron show and you think that they're still relevant and they're not. And he said, who would you bring on? And I said, Joe Rogan. And he said, Joe Rogan, the guy from News Radio? And I go, yes. I go, he is funny and he is, he was making points about things. This is before the podcast. And he was like, I don't know about that. And I was like, there you go. That's why you're not in the comedy business. But that was just what was one of the things. But around that time is when Rogan used to go on Howard's show, and they had that. They didn't have a falling out, but Howard couldn't figure out why he didn't come back on the show. And then I started going to listen to old tapes, and I feel like it's because I started accusing him of hating women and suggested that he might be gay, and I think that made him mad.
Oh, I was under the impression that Howard didn't have him back on. I didn't know how it went down.
According to Howard, he thought Joe was mad at him.
Yeah.
But Rogan used to go on O&A all the time, too.
Yeah.
You think that caused a rift? That was after the fact.
I think it was after the fact.
Yeah.
I think it was after the fact because Howard and O&A was after what I'm talking about.
Right.
Sure.
But Howard seems like a big baby. Howard, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's on Howard Stern, not on Joe Rogan. I feel like something happened and that's just his excuse to put it on Joe. But in reality, he's just,
I think about that too, Carmen. Is he a big baby or is he just the big dog? You know what I mean? Like one of the stories that O&A tell that is really, really bothers me is that there was O&A were at the MTV Awards. And Howard was at the MTV Awards, and afterwards there was an MTV Awards VIP party. Now, MTV is owned by the same company that owned their radio stations. That owned Viacom, CBS owned MTV, owned K-Rock, owned Howard's channel and NEW, and they would not let Opie and Anthony into the VIP party. They were the #1 afternoon show in New York City. And they would not let them in the afternoon party because Howard said, "Don't let them in." He didn't want them in there while he was there. And I thought that's just such a dick move. But then also they were busting his balls, and he didn't like them. And he went, "All right, you want to be dicks? Look where you are now," and got him kicked out. So I can't can't really decide if it's the cool move or if it's being a big baby.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If I had some fleas on me, I'd shake them off. So he shook off the fleas. Very interesting. It made me mad back in the day, but then I kind of get it a little bit,
Yeah.
Speaking of,
please,
I gotta apologize to somebody.
Thank you.
I accept.
All right.
You all feel like I've wronged you in some way. Apologize to Will Kuntz. Kunzi.
Oh, okay.
Kunzi hit me up last night.
Did you get some bad info?
Well, I think it's a matter of a judgment call.
Okay.
Kunzi hit me up and he said, I've never.
It's so funny because I was waiting for this phone call or this text.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me read it.
Be like, hey, why do you guys think I did this? Whatever.
I wasn't, because I figured he just threw the hat in and was like, I'm done. Whatever. He said, whoever told you I was talking smack on the lineup is not being truthful with you, and that's lame. And I said, actually, it was a few people who told me that you and Anna were bashing it. And he said, no, it's online. You can go watch it. I'm certainly disappointed that I'm not a part of it. Why would I do that? I like all you guys, except Dizzy.
Consistency.
I said, no clue. I was surprised to hear it. And he said, I expressed my displeasure with the cutting live content, but I think that you would agree with that. And I said, 100% I would. And then I said to Will, my bad. I should have heard it myself before trusting the people who told me. And I apologize to you. And I said, and I will apologize to you on the air as well, since I brought it up on the air. So I'm sorry, Kunzi.
It was Dizzy that told you?
It was not Dizzy that told me. No. Evidently, what he said was he didn't like the fact that he wasn't part of the lineup, and that the budget cuts cost him, to cut some of the live content at night, and that he was upset with that because he's still looking to try and get a gig.
Sure.
And I didn't hear it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I trust Will, and I assume that I just got some bad information or was interpreted wrong, and I apologize. There you go. I'm a good man.
All right.
I'll apologize when I'm wrong.
Okay.
All right, now back to celebrities who lost their homes.
Oh.
Mel Gibson,
Okay.
Joshua Jackson,
Okay.
Tina Knowles, the mother of Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
Milo Ventimiglia,
Okay.
who is the guy from This Is Us,
Right.
who also lost his house in the fire in that show, right?
He died in the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
died?
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah. It's been off the air for. By the way, there's a new show with Sterling K. Brown, who is on This Is Us, on Disney, where he finds the president dead. Have you seen previews for that?
No.
He is such a good actor. I really like that guy. The fact that it's on Disney makes me a little but it looks like it might be good because there's a lawyer that comes in or an investigator or something comes into the interrogation room, because obviously if you're the one that finds the president dead, you're going to have to answer some questions.
Yeah.
I think he's on his detail, like he's part of Secret Service, whatever. And the female investigator or lawyer or whatever goes, you were the last person to see the president? Yeah, you found the president dead. Was part of you happy that you found the president dead? And then she opens her hand and it says, answer yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks at it and he's like, all confused. And then they cut and you're like, oh, what's going on here?
I
It
did
looks
see
That
that.
it's on Disney?
Yeah, it's Disney, I guess. But it doesn't come out until later on this month. I think
No,
the 20th.
it's on. Oh, then it's on Hulu. Paradise.
Yeah, okay. Maybe
Yeah.
it's Disney production
Gotcha.
on Hulu. Doesn't Disney and Hulu?
I think Disney owns Hulu.
Yeah,
and that's
that's
why
right.
it comes through
Gotcha.
there. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, but it looks. What is it called, Carmen?
Paradise. Read
Paradise.
between the lies.
Oh
Ooh.
It looks good. It looks like a good, which
Galvin, I took
crisscross applesauce.
I took one of your recommendations.
Yeah.
Yes, because I thought it was going to be terrible when I first saw the trailer. The show with the lady from It's Always Sunny, and she's
Yes.
a cleaning lady, but she's like really smart.
Yeah.
Right.
And I looked at this, I was like, this is gonna be awful.
100%.
And I really like her, and I was like, why would she do this? And then I was like, but Galvin said it's good. And the other day
I didn't say it was good.
Right.
I said
Watchable.
it's much better than you think, and
Right.
it's clever with some of the stuff that they do.
Yes, because I was just looking for background TV while I was like cooking and eating. You know what I mean? So I wasn't trying to get into something.
Yeah.
I ended up watching like 4 episodes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's going to be kind of like after 6 episodes, you're going to go, all right, it's the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
But it was clever the way they do stuff. So she's like super high intelligent, but doesn't, she's
Apply
not
herself.
successful. Yeah, she's a cleaning lady, obviously, but she can notice things in different. They're like, this person comes up to the door and she goes, yeah, that was recorded. That wasn't recorded yesterday. And they're like, how do you know? And she goes, because the winds were coming from this way and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, and plus, look at the church. And she goes, really? I have to explain this? Every church faces east, whatever. And it's, I didn't know that.
No, I don't know.
And she's like, every church. So the way the thing was reversed and stuff. It was
Why does every church face east?
because it's facing whatever holy.
Because the way the sun rises, it would make them look more godly.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah. So
Yeah,
with
'cause-
whenever they're up there,
Stained glass.
when they're up there preaching and stuff, the sun comes in behind them and makes them
But
look.
that's not true.
Huh?
But so it was all churches up until 18 something.
Right, a certain point.
Okay,
A
that
certain
makes more sense.
Yeah, so it was basically all older churches.
Okay.
And so she can tell by the photo because the church is all made from bricks, that this and stuff. And she goes into it and she explains like all of her reasonings, and you're like, it's you know what I mean? But like I said,
This
it's
is D from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
but
It's like okay. It's
Right.
not
Yes.
great, but it's okay, and it's way better than you thought it was.
Yes.
I'm the smartest cleaning lady in the world.
Yeah.
All right. Just like the other one. I'm just a cleaning lady.
It's a great background show, and it's like one of those like you watch it, and then you'll be 3 episodes in, you're like, I did not expect that. I didn't think I'd like it this much. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
So it's a good watch occasionally.
Well, I don't know how we got here, but her house is okay.
Oh.
Bozeman St. John. Do you know who that is?
Bozeman St. John. Yeah, that's the cartoon horse.
That is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills person. I don't know if that's a man or a woman, but their house is gone. We talked about her yesterday on the show. Diane Warren, the songwriter. She lost her Malibu house. Melissa Rivers, the daughter of Joan Rivers. Paris Hilton lost, I'm sure, not her only house. Billy Crystal, Jeff Bridges, Anthony Hopkins, Heidi Montag, and Spencer Pratt. Now,
Yeah,
can we talk about that for a second?
sure.
My wife was like, "Can you believe that Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt have a GoFundMe for their house?" And I go, "Their house was, it was like $1 million. They have no money."
Yeah, it was probably everything they owned.
Yeah,
Was that house?
but I mean, like,
'Cause
they
they-
have no money.
Yeah, they're 15 minutes. They were famous, and they probably got enough money to buy a house there.
Right.
And then, hopefully they paid for it right then. And then they were like, "All right, well, at least we have this house and we have this property, and now
Yeah.
that's
But I
done."
think maybe his parents were rich or something.
That's
like
what
that.
Amanda said. That one of them had a rich family or whatever. But I don't know. I don't get it.
A situation like that, though, I feel like when you've got that type of money, you're like, well, at least we have the house. If everything goes wrong,
Right.
we can
Right.
sell the house. And now the house is gone.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like that's probably their most valuable thing they own as far as equity.
Well, they lost their house.
So it turns out that Pratt's parents helped him purchase a home in Los Angeles in 2017, which was destroyed by a wildfire. So that's the second house that he's
Oh,
lost
you gotta
No.
be
to
kidding!
the
Twice.
fire. Yeah. Ooh, that's no good.
Man, you thought people were leaving California before.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pratt and Montag combined net worth at one time was estimated at $10 million. They spent their fortune on lavish purchases,
Yeah.
including designer clothes and handbags, all this
And all her
different stuff.
surgeries.
Pratt's net worth is estimated to be around $2 million,
Right.
and I don't know when this was from, whatever. But I mean, obviously, $2 million in Los Angeles isn't.
They estimate my net worth at $2 million on the same website, and there's no way that I'm surviving in Los Angeles with that kind of money.
Yeah.
That's just is not any level of celebrity at all.
So she was on the Hills, and she did a couple other things. I think she did Celebrity Big Brother, whatever Heidi did.
You know what
And
she
then-
does now? OnlyFans.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Right.
Because
I don't think she does. I think like she released her music video on OnlyFans.
Oh, she's doing music.
Yeah.
Oh,
have
boy.
you added to your roster?
No, I did, that's how I know. It came up as I was talking to my girlfriend online.
It says her occupation is television personality, businesswoman, fashion designer, model, and author.
Oh.
All right.
Well, a homeless lady is also
Yes.
added to that. James Woods,
Oh
who
no!
we love.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw the video of him outside of his house when he was
Yeah.
going up in flames.
Ricky Lake,
yeah.
what's Ricky Lake doing now? You think?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since she was Doug's sister on King of Queens.
Does she do some kind of cooking thing?
Well,
I don't know, but she hasn't dyed her hair in a long time, and she looks really weird. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester, they are together evidently, and they lost their home.
I don't know.
Oh, dude, she's so hot. She's on
Is
the OC.
Adam Brody? Was he something with the
I mean, she's on Gossip Girl.
Jenners or something? Carmen, do you know?
He.
Was he friends with one of the guys or something?
No, you're
I
thinking of
know.
Brody Jenner.
Yeah. Oh, Brody
Yeah.
Jenner. That's right. Yeah, Adam Brody. I know who he is, the actor. Okay.
Leighton Meester is smoking hot. Look, this chick.
Yeah. She looks kind of like Minky Kelly.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Eugene Levy,
Oh no. His
He-
eyebrows may have started the fire.
That might be true.
Brush fire in his eyebrows.
Big Sean, the rapper, John Goodman,
Aw.
and of course we talked about Mandy Moore, who also I guess.
Mandy Moore also with the fire on TV and then fire in real life.
Well, wait, but Mandy Moore I saw was about her in-laws. I don't think it was her.
I have to imagine like John Goodman. He's like, yeah, I mean that's my sixth home. You know.
Yeah, he's got to be worth a ton of money.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I love John Goodman.
John Goodman is one of those guys, and we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what he's in, he's good in it.
Comedy, drama, everything. He's
In the
awesome.
movie or the TV show could be terrible. He's still great.
Yeah.
Like if he's a small role, big role, yeah, anything. He's always great.
I watched Almost Famous for the 9,742nd time last night.
Yeah.
And I noticed something for the first time that I never noticed before.
What's that?
The part where Penny Lane goes to OD on the Quaaludes,
Mm-hmm.
where she leaves the dinner party that they're at, and then the kid goes after her and try and finds her.
When they find out they're going to be on the cover of Rolling Stone?
Yes.
Okay.
He's running through the streets of New York, and he's trying to find her, and he sticks his head in a cab to look, and there's a guy reading the newspaper in the back seat of the cab, and that guy is Jon Winter from Rolling Stone. I didn't realize it. I never noticed it before until last night. Isn't that weird?
I never
there's
saw Almost Famous.
Oh, it's a
It's
great
a great movie.
It's
What
great
happened to
movie.
the kid? Like I've never seen him in anything else. I don't think.
He's been in a couple other things, but I think that was his first acting gig.
Yeah.
And he was in a few other things. I remember he was a cop in something, and it was kind of small town
Right.
bumbling, whatever.
But he's
sure
one
he's
of
like
those.
40
I don't,
now.
I don't want to be famous people.
Oh,
You know?
really?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm just an actor. It's my craft kind of guys.
I love Jason Lee in that movie.
Jason
So-
Lee.
Oh,
Great.
so good.
that's probably one of my favorite roles. he's
Jason
ever been in.
Lee's idea of a lead singer
Yeah.
is so perfect that the world revolves around them when they're the least important person.
When he's
there.
like, I'm the mysterious front
Yeah.
man. It's like
the
so-
Jeff Beebe band.
Yeah, it's so good.
Do you remember me sending you that video of Paul Rogers and Bad Company and how much? I mean, they must have just been like,
Yeah.
try and look like Paul Rogers from Bad Company in
Yeah.
1973, whatever, because it's unbelievable how much he looks like him in there. One of the greatest scenes in the whole thing is Jimmy Fallon, though.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
If you think Mick Jagger is going to be up there when he's 80 years old and starts
50,
doing the dance,
50
or
years old,
50
yeah.
years old, it's so funny.
There's so many great moments in that movie, so many classic moments. The airplane scene, the bus ride,
Yeah.
I'm a Golden God. It's just one of the best
Carmen,
movies
it
ever.
is in HD, so I think you'll
Yeah.
be
It
good.
is?
And
Okay.
there's a lot of, the cameo with him, but there's a lot of actors who weren't famous yet, and they're
Okay.
in there,
Oh,
know.
yeah. You know Nick Swartzen's in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Swartzen's in
The
there.
Bowie, the
Bowie thing.
Eric Stone Street from whatchamacallit, Modern
Yes.
Family.
Yep.
Your mother
Well-
called. She's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I love Kate Hudson, so I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised I've never seen this movie.
She's great. That's to me, that's one of her biggest roles.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, it really is a good movie, man. Anything that Cameron Crowe does is usually going to
Yeah,
be good.
he's
you know?
really good.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a break. Oh, you know what I did yesterday?
What?
I got online on YouTube in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I came in here to do some work, and I was like, "Yeah." Did you see it, Joe?
No.
No.
I
You
did
weren't
not.
doing like some work.
Oh no.
Gee,
no.
I don't
You're
do
on
that. I don't do that in
OnlyFans?
here.
He's on OnlyFans,
Yeah.
accidentally clicks live on YouTube.
Gio, this is not my work
All right,
arrangement
all right.
here.
I'm just checking.
I don't even do that on the first floor.
Oh, okay.
No, but how about that guy on CNN that got caught doing that?
Yeah.
During COVID.
And then he's just back.
And he went back and he had to say it. He had to go, I got caught masturbating on COVID.
You know,
Man.
So,
Everybody
Jeffrey Tubin. If you haven't seen that apology, you got to go watch it. It's hard to watch. No. I got on live on YouTube and just was like, oh, let me see if anybody's here. And there were a lot of people there, and I ended up going for a half hour. Half hour of talking to yourself is something else. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Were you doing like Q&A kind of thing or what?
Well, I started out by just rambling, and then a couple of questions came in, and then the guy got off on tangents. Like somebody said, I haven't heard you talk about Ralphie in a long time, my tortoise. And I said, well, let me tell you about Ralphie. And I just go into this rambling thing about Ralphie. I was just talking and talk, and it was actually pretty fun. People seemed to enjoy it.
You were talking about Tubin with the apology and that stuff, but like all that guy had to do was go on there and go, okay, anybody who has never done that before, don't watch the show.
Yeah.
I got caught. It was dumb.
No,
you know?
but Galvin, let's be honest. That's like, I mean, to do it in a room when you just got off a Zoom call.
100%. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's upset that he's doing it is the thing. Whatever. The fact that you did it when you just got off the phone, like it's so funny. My sister-in-law Carol, she will go to tell me about somebody, like something, whatever, and she, everybody has their phone right next to them, and she'll be like, "There's this girl I know, Peggy, whatever this and that," and she goes.
My wife does the same thing.
Make sure your phone's on.
Same thing.
Siri might call them
Yeah.
or text them
Oh,
if
there
you
was-
say their name.
There
Yeah,
was a
that's
time
true,
I was
that's
talking
true.
to Pete, and I go, "Yeah, but then this girl," and I carried on. When I picked up my phone, the whole thing was transcribed.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those phones, man. They'll rat you out.
Yeah.
All
So, apparently, so will webcams.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We'll take a break. We got Sporcle when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone.
It's funny you play a little cheap trick there. Guess who I talked to yesterday on Instagram?
I mean, I'm going to guess Robin Zander.
Robin Zander.
Oh.
Well, Robin Wayne Zander. That's his middle name. He contacted me and asked me if I was a big fan. Because
Oh man.
so Robin Zander sang the national anthem for the Bucks game, and I posted it. I took a picture and posted it, and was like, "Oh, cool, Robin Zander, doing the thing, whatever." And I hit at Robin Zander, and it came up Robin_Wayne_Zander,
Right.
and I'm like, I don't know if that's it, and I hit it, and I did the thing, whatever, and it went out, and then I, went back and clicked on it, and I go. 800 and some followers, and it's not there. So I took it down, and then I put cool Robin Zander of Cheap Trick and put at Cheap Trick and did that, whatever. Well, apparently this person still sees it whenever you delete it or whatever. And I got a DM from Robin_Wayne_Zander, and he said, "Are you a big fan?" So I wrote back, "Of the real Robin Zander?" Yes,
You
I
should have
am.
wrote it out a little. You should have been like, "I am Robin."
And then it said, "What country are you from?" And I said, "Block."
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not even dealing with it.
I ride those things out, man.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do. It's to the point now where I feel like if I say anything, then they got me. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
if you reply, they get your bank account number
Yeah.
immediately. Because once you reply, it opens the door.
Somebody called me yesterday from an 813 number.
Yeah.
I answered it, and nothing happened. And then I called it back because I was expecting a call from somebody. I called it back, and it said the mailbox you reached, and it was a Long Island phone number. But even though it came up as an 813 number,
Yeah,
so
they
I'm
can-
sure I was getting scammed. They're
They
spoofed.
can generate the number.
Yeah.
For your own area code to try and try and get you.
Yep. It was weird. But anyway, Carmen,
Yes.
what do we have to give away today?
So we have tickets for Monster Jam,
Oh, I like that. That was a good one.
Supercross,
Uh-huh.
Alice Cooper, Leonard Skinnard, Reggae Rise Up, and Toto and Christopher Cross.
Nice. Are you doing anything for Gasparilla, Carmen?
I am. I was asked yesterday. I guess I had an email this morning.
I
and
don't know.
heard-
I just know that I hear commercials for Gasparilla, and we usually do some in McDinton's, but nobody's told me anything yet.
According to the promo that is currently running, we are doing the Kegs and Eggs, and Carmen is down there broadcasting live.
Oh,
Yes.
I have not heard that.
Yeah.
Yes, and I found that out through the promo running
Oh,
on the
man.
station. So yes, I will be there.
Everybody's
That's
on
funny.
top of the game.
Mhm.
Yes, 11-1 on the 25th. So I'm
At
excited.
The Kegs and Eggs
Yes.
in McDinton.
Yeah.
All
Listen, yeah. It's gonna
You
be
and
fun.
Scotty's big face will be out there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you gonna dress like a pirate?
Yep. So
Just like a butt pirate.
Whoa.
The thing is, I gotta look up the weather. It will all really depend on
The weather.
the weather.
I mean, if you're a real trooper, you'd be like, I'm going either way.
Well, I'm going no matter what.
No,
It's
but I mean,
just-
like, I'm going to slut it up as a slutty pirate either way.
right. But I mean, I could slut it up and do like just slut it up with my boobs.
Okay.
Or
I'm,
if it's,
I'm not mad at that.
right, or if it's gonna be warmer, then I could slut it up with boobs and shorts.
Mhm.
So
Ah,
you know what I mean? Like it. Yeah, my boobs will be up.
Got it.
Old
All
pirate
right.
boobs.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not old pirate boobs. Gio.
Kind of. Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
They're getting there, but they're not yet.
You're
They've
gonna-
walked the plank a long time ago.
You know what?
all those kids in their 20s out there partying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
listen. It's been going on for about 3 years. When I hit 30, I was like, I'm too old to be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's you just, and it's not even. It's just there's
Imagine
so
when you're 50.
There are so young. I don't think I'll be out there when I'm 50.
Nope.
Hopefully.
40, I was still like, I'm only 40.
What is the, is it the 25th? Saturday?
Yes. Yep.
It looks like it's going to be a high of 66.
Oh.
Ooh, so
Slow it
chilly.
up.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
Low
Okay,
52 and night high of 66.
So I'll be wearing pants and my boobs will be up.
Yeah, so you can wear some like leather pants or some, whatever, and then tie it up and
You
do
look
it.
like a gross old pirate.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just
I look like a gross old pirate. Why do I gotta?
I mean, like, like pirates, like
Shiver your
scars.
timbers.
Just
Yeah.
practice saying, "You kids have fun now." Today.
Be safe out there, kids.
Yeah, I can't even deny it. Pap and I were out there for like
See, now Pap it works
We
for
were.
because he looks like a pirate.
Yeah.
But last year we were out there for St. Patty's Day, so it wasn't even like anything huge. Like there was a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even that, I was just like, me
It
and
was
Pap
weird.
were,
It was very interesting to see what people are wearing today.
yeah.
You know, like it's just so different.
Mm.
But it's like-
what's up with the socks and the white shoes? You
But yeah.
know?
Oh
I'm like,
yeah. That's you
That
gotta show the socks.
That may be the oldest man thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Could be.
What's up with the socks
be.
and the white shoes?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Weird.
like, why did that old lady bring her old dad? I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think I should do these things anymore.
We don't have. We
Oh.
don't have anybody else. There's nobody young and hip on the station.
I know. I'm the youngest. So
Yeah.
this is
And
where
I'm the oldest.
Yep. And this is where it falls.
We
so
need new blood.
Yeah.
Are you the youngest?
yes.
Yeah.
We've gone over this. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm 33.
Yeah, I don't even
How
know
old's
who would be
John
close.
Senning?
We're around the same age. I think he's a year or two older than me.
He's
Okay.
36, maybe.
Okay.
35, yeah.
And Will is deceptively older than we thought he was.
Will's
Yeah, he's
40.
almost 40.
Right.
He just turned 40, right?
Just turned 40.
How old is Dizzy?
Dizzy's 36.
He's
Okay.
he's deceptively older too.
Yeah.
Dizzy?
Well,
Yeah.
Just because he's short doesn't mean
Yeah.
he's young.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
say
you wouldn't think
He
he's
looks like
almost.
a baby.
You wouldn't think he's almost 40.
it.
And then Monica.
To put it this way, Mike Tyson picked him up and kissed him on the neck.
Monica, yeah.
Monica's older than
in
me.
her Monica's in her 50s. Yeah, I am the youngest by a few years.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
Yeah. I mean, we should be
Easy,
rotating.
guy.
We should be rotating Helen at a certain age.
Yeah.
You should be like Menudo. You age out of the band.
All right.
And we just bring in another girl named Carmen.
Yeah.
We just call her Carmen.
Can I at least go to like the Dove or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that where I go?
Where all old ladies go.
yeah.
Oh,
You gotta push that in, Kelly.
Carmen, I was thinking about this the other day. Out of all the women I've worked with in radio,
I'm your favorite.
I was
Mine.
most attracted to Carmen. Like had like fantasies about Carmen and most attracted. Not you, Carmen. The
Yeah.
other Carmen.
The Christian Carmen.
Christian Carmen.
Yeah.
She's the one that I, for some reason, I was so like secretly admired.
The better Carmen is what you're saying.
I mean, she was married and had kids and was like super I love God. She's on the Joy now,
Oh,
whatever that
yeah.
station is. But for some reason, there was something about her that made me
That's what
wanna-
it is.
Nah, it
it's
was-
the complete opposite. It's because she has that goody two shoes.
Yeah.
She's not like
But she
Forbidden
had
fantasy.
a little hint of
right.
she had a little hint of bad in there.
Yeah,
That's the
but
thing. You knew, like, when she was a kid or, young 20s, she probably, she had her college days.
now Jesus did not let you take the sex pillow into the steam box.
Yeah, yeah. it's
We
true.
don't take the sex pill
No.
in the
That seems
sea
solid.
Yeah,
box.
the Lord does not approve of that stuff.
Carmen never got in bed next to her husband and was like, "Well, if you're going to sleep, nying, nying, nying."
Carmen, in a couple more years, you'll earn your wings. That means you go to the Dove.
Yeah.
Carmen, you've earned your wings.
Yep.
Fly on down the hallway.
Dude,
35.
Carmen's she's gonna skip right over magic, right to the Dove.
Oh, yeah.
this girl Amy that I used to work with, she used to be my producer when I was on the sports station. She made a list of. She's married now and has kids and stuff, but she made a list of qualities that she'd look for in a future husband.
Hmm.
She did this when she was like in high school, like in her maybe in her early 20s, and number 147 was it 147? I think it was would not want to have butt stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that became the the code for butt stuff was like 147.
147.
But anyway, she made this whole list of things that she wanted.
I can't believe that you went over 100.
Oh yeah, 140.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it. But I know if it's 147 is that, it's like Jesus.
Right.
And
That's low on the list.
I was gonna say if it's 147, I think it could be done. You know,
Yeah.
couple shots.
But here's why I think we live in the Matrix. Because I too made a list.
Don't want your husband to do butt stuff.
No. I made a list too when I was before I was married of what I'd want in a wife, and everything that I said, everything down to the secret stuff, all laid out and worked into
Really?
into
Yeah.
play. Everything.
Checked all your boxes,
All right.
Checked all my, and some of them were boxes you wouldn't normally expect to be checked.
Let me
You
check
know
her
what I mean?
boxes.
especially for a single one woman.
Right.
Do you remember me showing you my wife's MySpace page and telling you that that's the kind of girl I'd want to date?
Yes.
And then
That's-
you met after the fact?
Yeah. She like messaged me on MySpace and I go, look at this girl. I go, that's the kind of girl I want to date, whatever. And then we wound up meeting and then,
Wow.
Banged
Yeah.
at the IHOP.
yeah,
Wait,
you better
what?
believe it. Don't worry about it.
Moose just pointed out that it was 127, not 147. 127. So her list was smaller than we thought.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't a 127 a homicide too?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't want you to homicide my BH.
I mean, maybe.
All right, we got stuff to give away. We got a little contest called Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Gio won yesterday.
Nope. I won yesterday.
You
Galvin
did?
won his first one.
Oh, your first one. I'm sorry.
is
I'm
correct.
sorry.
127 is code for proceed with caution.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, that
that
makes more
works.
sense.
That works.
That works.
Yeah.
All right, Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be doing missing F words
Oh.
from music and movies. So first we're going to go through music, and you're going to give me the missing F word from these songs. And then we're going to
Okay.
go through movies, and you're going to give me the missing F word
This
from
is
the movies.
dangerous.
Get that
Alright.
dump button ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, geez. All right, your first one, Eternal.
Flame.
Yes. Galvin.
Flames.
Nope. The cut is the deepest.
Final. No.
First.
Galvin. Play that
Funky.
music. Galvin. Strange.
Feelings.
Friends.
Billie Holiday. Strange blank Billie Holiday. Strange fruit.
Strange fruit.
Mm.
The countdown.
Final.
Pap.
Gio.
Gio gets the point. On the Jennifer Lopez.
Floor.
On the what?
Floor.
Yes, Mike Calta. Like me.
Funny.
Adina Howard. Blank like me.
I've seen him myself.
I thought the same thing.
No.
Freak.
Yes. Galvin. Jumpin' Jack.
Flash.
Flash.
Galvin. We love Rihanna. Love this song. We blank love Rihanna.
First.
Feeling.
Mike.
No.
We found love.
Oh yeah.
Keep the
Faith.
Galvin. Why do
Friends.
fall in love? Did you all say?
Mike got it.
Fools.
Oh, thank you, Mike Calta. And your last one for music, Prince of Bel Air.
Fresh.
Gio and Pap. We're halfway there.
Gio and Mike are both on the board with 2 points, and Galvin is your leader right now. He is winning with 6.
Oh
Six.
boy.
All right, missing F word in movies. Now, these are all going to be movies. Star Wars,
Final.
The Awakens.
Force.
Gio, Shades of Grey.
50.
Galvin, The In Our Stars.
Fault.
Mike, Nixon.
Frost.
Mike, of our fathers.
Flags.
Galvin. The sum of all.
Fears.
Geo.
Ooh, Judge.
That was Galvin.
Oh.
Thank you.
No
Galvin gets the
way.
The
point.
worst.
No way.
Club.
Fear.
Blank Club. 1999.
Fight.
Yes. Mike Calta. The Element.
Fifth.
Galvin.
Judge.
Green Tomatoes.
Pride.
Mike. And Pap.
Ah.
We're on the last three.
Gio on the board with 3 points. Michael doubling that at 6. And
Sure.
Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 10.
Oh.
Okay. Last three.
Why
Missing
does your
F-
mic sound muffled when you talk?
I don't know.
He's muffled.
He's muffled.
I'm
Yeah.
muffled.
He
Are you
is.
muffling your
Muffled.
voice?
I'm not muffling.
You sound like a muffler.
What? I didn't do it.
Yeah. All right. Last three missing F words from movies. Here we go. The Diary of
Frank.
Anne. Mike. Attraction.
Fatal.
Galvin. And your last one. Of Dreams.
Field.
Mike.
Guy's back.
Your final score: Gio with 3 points, Michael with 8 points, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 11.
Kachaya! Woo, 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 woo! Trademark 2025.
What line are you playing for?
I'll go line 4 again today.
Good morning. Who is this?
Good morning, Mike. It's Ted.
Hi, Ted. You are the winner. Ted, a Theodore?
Yes.
Ah, there you go, Theodore. I would go Theodore.
Thank
I
you.
would not even go Ted anymore. I would. Everybody's a Ted. Nobody's a Theodore. Be a Theodore. Or,
You got it.
Or these days, Theo.
Theo, yeah.
I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break and we'll hook you up, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There you go, Theo.
You go
Teddy,
Teddy.
you could do a Teddy.
Mm,
A
Teddy in the
yeah,
van.
kind of weird though.
Teddy, you got to be entertainer.
And fat.
Teddy swims.
If you're a fat guy, you could be a Teddy.
I don't know
Teddy
any,
Pendergrass.
any Teds that I like.
I don't know any Teds in general.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my grandpa's name. He was
Ted?
the yeah, he was the best. Theodore.
The best Ted Danson.
Ted Danson, good. What? Ted Knight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ted Knight.
Only Ted's on TV.
Yeah, TV Teds.
I mean, do we really know a Ted in real life?
I knew a Ted in high school.
So did
Ooh,
I.
that's
I knew
weird.
a Ted in grade school.
It doesn't seem like there's Teds in high school or grade
Yeah.
school.
And he sucked. He was not a good person.
Teds are born at like 50.
They don't seem like kids.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up with news today, ask a question. Joe is wrong.
Yeah.
And was it actually a debate?
Joe's always wrong.
Always.
Mm.
All right.
It's okay, Joe. We've learned to accept
I
that.
He's
appreciate
especially wrong today.
Did you need Joe to get on the YouTube yesterday?
I did not. I did it all by myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
Oh,
whoa.
wow.
There was no 10-year-olds to help you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Corey
checking.
Cardinal taught me how to do it.
Cutting
Good.
you out.
Good.
His daughter came in and
Yeah.
set everything up.
All right.
It was fine.
All right, we got to take a quick break. Galvin will have your news when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Ammo Fest this Saturday.
Ammo Fest.
What are the big weekend plans? Anything ready to do anything good? I mean, it's Wednesday now.
I'm doing a couple things.
What do
I'm
you got?
going.
You clutch or something on Friday?
No, not Clutch. I'm going
Clutch.
on Friday to see Crowbot.
Crowbot.
Yeah, Crowbot and Non Point playing over Janice, which I'm going to be in a suite because is one of
So
our-
weird that we're
Oh.
so similar and so opposite.
You get to go John Senning style.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they call that now.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Oh,
nice.
did you see the video that
I did.
Titus sent me?
Yeah.
I loved it.
Titus sent it to me during the game, and I wrote back, and I was like, in my tight little seat that I was sitting in down at general population, I wrote back to him and let him know I was at that game.
I
Yeah.
mean, they were looking for you up in the 300 level.
Uh-huh.
Titus goes, I think Mike's right up there.
Yeah. Which
Such
John
a smart guy.
Senning correctly pointed out. There's no way Mike's sitting up there. And then Saturday, I'm going to see the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. All right. I got no big plans, Galvin, 3-day weekend because I got to sit around for a stupid volleyball tournament.
And your plans got canceled.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My wife goes, she goes, why did he cancel? I go,
He's old.
Yeah.
He's having a medical procedure. And she goes, oh. And then we're driving and she goes, he's probably having an angioplasty. And I go, oh, how do you know? What did you just come out of the blue with that?
Yeah.
And I go, maybe he's having his eyelids done. And she goes, he wouldn't cancel his eyelids he wouldn't cancel his show for an eyelid procedure. It's got to be something important medically. And I went, okay. And she stops and she goes, probably an angioplasty.
Yeah.
I go, what are you, a doctor?
She's deducing.
Let me tell you something. I share everything with you people on this show.
Mm.
Not because it's like my life's plan to share everything with you, just because I can't stop talking about things. I think I have prostate issues.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I mean, you have had ass lightning for quite some time.
Ass lightning has been gone for a while.
Well, but
Maybe
it's just dulled.
I don't no. Ass lightning has been gone for a while,
Hmm.
and ass lightning struck with the randomness of real lightning. It was just every once in a while. These last 2 days, I constantly feel like I have to pee, but not like it's weird because when you have to pee and you have bladder pressure. I don't have that.
So there's two things. One is, yes, prostate, a large prostate pushes on your bladder, then you have to pee all the time.
But I
whatever.
don't feel that. Like I don't feel like
Okay.
I have like normally when when you're holding in a number 2 pretty hard, it makes you want to go number 1 even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the similar feeling. I don't have that feeling.
Okay. What about diabetes? Because diabetes.
Jesus, Calvin.
That is one of the first symptoms.
I'm letting you know that the reason you're urinating a lot. If you
No, I'm not. I feel like I have to, but I don't have to.
Okay,
That's
so
why I thought it was
are
my
you
prostate.
going and trying and it's not happening, or
No,
you're
like
just
right now, I feel like I have to go.
And if you went, could you go?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
it's
I don't know.
something
even
irritating.
more
something.
concerning.
Yeah, that's
Right.
you may have
My
a-
wife said I may have a UTI.
I was gonna say you may have a kink of the pipe.
That's what it feels like. I got a kink in the pipe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what do I do there?
How do you unkink it?
I don't know, dude.
Get some medication.
I actually
UTI.
have an appointment with my doctor tomorrow, just randomly, and I'll be able to bring this up to him. But it's so hard to be able to articulate to the doctor. Like, how do you tell a doctor you have ass lightning? Like, what do you say to the doctor? I have ass lightning.
Yeah, but they hear this stuff all the time. They can diagnose. You just tell them what it feels like, and they've probably talked to 10 people that day that felt the same way.
I feel like I lay in bed. You know when you lay in your bed and you go like, oh, I gotta get up and pee. I feel like I gotta get up and pee, but I don't pee.
So there's a few different things. Obviously, when you Google it, there's a list of different stuff. Number 1 on it is your wife is correct. Urinary tract infections.
Okay,
UTI
I
is
hope that's
possibility.
it.
Prostatitis, an infection or inflammation of the prostate can cause it to swell and press on the urethra. This is common in men as they age. What about medication? Have you changed your medications at all?
I have not.
But they say certain medications.
Nope. Big Dick just hit me up with exactly what I was worried about.
Oh, no.
Your doctor's going to hit you up with a surprise catheter, he said.
Oh.
No, listen to me.
Oh.
I'm telling you right now, I'd rather just pass away. I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I'd rather die. When I had my operation, I had a catheter, and they put it in while I was under.
Right.
And then I woke up, and it was in. And then they took it out while I was awake.
Why do they do that?
Yeah.
They can't just wait 5 minutes.
They
and-
did that. Yeah.
Why?
Because they don't want you peeing all over them while they're trying to do surgery.
I guess.
They did that to me whenever they put the stent in for my kidney stones. They put it in when I was under. They pulled it out when I was
Oh.
awake.
But the good thing is that I feel like the next day I was not feeling very good, and I'd have to keep getting up to go to the bathroom, so it kind of was better. But when they took it out, and it was not bad. Gio,
This is making
look
me
at me.
so uncomfortable.
Look at me. Coming out, I would imagine is 1,000 times better than coming in.
Yeah,
So
I would think so.
when they were taking it out, I said to the lady, I go, just do it. Just don't. Let's not mess around.
Yeah.
And she started going, and I could feel a little bit of it. And then towards the end, it was like a little bit of a burn. You're like, but no pain.
Right,
It's just
but
uncomfortable.
Just look,
Just uncomfortable.
knowing what's
awkward.
happening has
Then-
got to be.
I had a port in my chest,
Yeah.
which was I don't even know what it was for, but it was over here, and they had to take it out over here. And she goes, "Okay, you ready?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "You just pulled a wire out of my pee-pee. This is nothing." This was like if they stabbed me with a hot knife and dragged it slowly across my chest. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh Jesus!"
I think the port is so they can get things into your bloodstream
oh
right
my
away.
God, that hurt.
Yeah.
So how long has this been going on?
2 days,
Okay.
Oh.
Can I know exactly what it is?
please.
Your diet. You've changed your diet, and that may have you may have kidney stones or some sort of blockage from that, whatever. Because a lot of times, whenever you change your diet and you think you're eating healthy, that happened to me whenever you're, change anything or exercise and doing that stuff, that causes kidney stones to kind of start going. So you may have kidney stones where you're feeling that pressure, but you don't have to go because there is the blockage there and stuff. So that may be it. You may want to go and get a
the other thing
checked on that ultrasound.
Big Dick is that I have a telehealth appointment, so nobody's sticking nothing anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
they do it. They just make you put your mouse cord in there.
It's about the same size.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it.
They do it like Avatar, where you have to just plug into the computer.
Oh, I feel like right now, I feel okay, and then every once in a while, I'll get the urge like I have to go pee pee.
Based on these symptoms on Google, it doesn't sound like UTI at all.
No,
because it says like bloody urine.
No, I don't have any of that.
Low grade fever.
No.
Pain or burning during urination.
No, I don't have any of
so
that.
you don't really have cramping in lower abdomen or back.
A little of that.
Yeah.
A little of that.
Could be
But
pregnant.
Strong need to urinate often, even right after the bladder has been emptied.
Yeah, but the feeling, not the need. Like I don't have the.
Yeah.
I got up and went to the bathroom last night, got back in bed, and watched TV for a while, and it felt like I had to go again, but I didn't. And then like a half hour later, I did have to go.
Yeah, see, that doesn't say anything about that in this UTI symptoms.
Jesus. That's the problem when you're over 50. Every small thing just becomes something major.
Oh, I go to sleep every night thinking I'm not going to wake up.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not
no
kidding.
way to live, man.
Not even kidding.
Man.
I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow.
I probably have a way less chance of waking up than you do, and I'm like, I'll be fine.
I don't know.
I'm going to live to 100.
I always think I'm going to die any day
Geo's
now.
negativity changes that idea, Michael.
Yeah.
I feel like your negativity is going to cause you to die
that's
earlier.
What I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
Yeah, that's not good at
I
all.
don't- I mean-
That's the same reason why you don't win gambling is because you
Probably.
think you're not going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to win at sports gambling, and I'm probably going to die soon.
Oh, what a
All right.
life.
Well,
Happy Wednesday.
What a
everybody.
life.
okay.
Kim said that you're right, Calvin.
Yeah.
It's a possible kidney stone.
Oh, no.
And then she said, no more soda. I don't drink soda. I only had one soda at the Bucks game because it was the only thing they had with bubbles in it.
Kicked it all off.
But a lot of protein, and that's what
Yeah.
that causes the
Well,
kidney
just
stone.
really, protein, whatever, because kidney stones can be uric acid, which is animal proteins high in uric acid.
Right.
Then my best friend, who's a doctor, said I have benign prostatic hypertrophy. Like I am a doctor. I don't know what any of that means.
That sounds good, though.
Yeah.
Benign.
Well, can you look it up? Benign prostatic hypertrophy, and then he wrote, "Check your PSA." I don't speak Dr. Paul. I don't know what these things mean.
Benign hyper.
He said most likely it's most likely, but it's not his specialty.
It says that is a non-cancerous enlargement of the prostate gland. It's also known as benign prostatic hyperplasia or enlarged prostate.
I just saw leaking and dribbling. And as soon as I saw
There's
that,
no leaking or dribbling.
I saw leaking and dribbling, and I closed the window.
I just see a picture of a guy sitting on the side of the bed like this.
Oh, Mike Calta Show.
This
Good
is
morning.
not good. Close your browser.
Hey,
Yes,
if
sir.
he's got problems with his prostate, probably should have that examined live on your show.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop
No.
it, sir.
Come on
This is
down,
not
sir.
happening.
Yeah.
No.
Bring your glove.
I need a certified doctor to do that. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Mike, most likely you have a slightly enlarged prostate.
Okay.
Probably some prostatitis. They're going to give you some Flomax for it. You're going to be back to normal.
Thank you, sir.
Probably not a big deal.
This guy's got me over there with benign tumors. This one's got me dribbling. Thank you,
leaky.
sir. I hope
Do you know what
I like
benign
this
means?
doctor the best.
Do you know what benign means?
Yeah, that it's okay.
Yeah.
But still, I don't want any kind of tumor.
Right.
You know.
The old leaky dribbler.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to start the day today.
I mean, I feel like you're cured.
Doesn't she play for the Fever? Leaky dribbler?
I think so. She's the center for the Sparks.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
It's so weird that Pam Bondi, like Pete Hegseth and Pam Bondi, like all these people that are going to be in the cabinet, there's like people that I've spent time with. Like
Right.
I have a picture with Trump. I whether you like him or not, I'd take a picture with any president.
Yeah.
I would take a picture with Clinton, with Bush, with any of them. I just think that that's part of history. And to have spent time with Pam Bondi and Pete Hegseth and to know these people now, they're up there like, I never thought I'd be in this position in life. I'm like, I know that dude.
Dude, Anna Paulina Luna sat in your garage.
Yes, yes, yes. And I still talk to her.
Yeah, same.
Crazy.
I did a deep dive on Hegseth yesterday. Yeah. Man, you were right. You were right.
He does not. He just doesn't. Well, I'm sure we'll get to this in news. Let's start news.
Today's top story: senators pressed Pete Hegseth on his alleged history of heavy drinking, shifting views on women in the military, and his treatment of women in a wide-ranging and often combative confirmation hearing on Tuesday to assess if he is up to the job of Secretary of Defense. But Republicans praised President-elect Donald Trump's choice to lead the Pentagon, saying his years of military service were the best preparation for the job. Some of the different ones that they talked to, I have a few different clips here. Here is Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island asking Pete an interesting question.
Take a listen. This was the best.
Respect for lawful authority. You have made statements to your platoon after being briefed by a JAG officer. Well, by the way, would you explain what a JAG-off is?
I don't think I need to, sir.
Why not?
Because the men and women watching understand.
Well, perhaps some of my colleagues don't understand.
It would be a JAG officer who puts his or her own priorities in front of the warfighters. Their promotions, their medals, in front of having the backs of those who are making the tough calls on the front lines.
Thank you, Senator Reed. Interesting.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, if you want to know what a jag-off is, just go to Pittsburgh. They'll be able to tell you very easily. Jag-off.
I thought that was pretty ridiculous that's happening in a confirmation hearing.
Here is a clip from a senator from Maine who has a fantastic name, Senator Angus King. How great is that?
That's a good one.
Like you should be a rock star, Angus King. That's awesome.
Or a piece of meat.
Here is Angus King from Maine speaking with Pete Hegseth. Here we go.
The way we fought our wars back when the Geneva Conventions were written are a lot different than the asymmetric, non-conventional environment of counterinsurgency that I confronted in Iraq and Afghanistan. I was the senior counterinsurgency instructor in Afghanistan. My job was to understand how the Taliban and Al-Qaeda operated so that NATO units coming in could be informed of what was happening. They knew our rules of engagement, and when they were more restrictive, they took advantage of them, and it put our men and women in a more dangerous and difficult place.
And you believe
For future wars we fight, we need to have someone atop the Pentagon, sir, who understands how those ripple effects
Well, I just want to understand your position. Your position is torture's okay. Is that correct? Waterboarding, torture is no longer prohibited given the circumstances of whatever war we're in. Is that correct?
Senator, that is not what I said. I've never been party to torture. We are a country that fights by the rule of law, and our men and women always do. And yet we have too many people here in air-conditioned offices that like to point fingers at the guys in dark and dangerous places, the gals in helicopters in enemy territory who are doing things that people in Washington, D.C. would never dare to do.
I mean, that's basically, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Listen, he said a lot of things yesterday that I thought made a lot of sense. He said that there's too many, it kind of applies to the fire situation in LA. There's too much DEI and there's not enough quality in there, and these people that need to have these positions are people who need to be quality people in that position. That is his priority, and I think that we should all agree on that. I mean, obviously you want to make everybody equal and you want to give everybody a fair chance, but you also want to make sure that the person who has that job is the most qualified for it.
Yeah.
Now, whether he is the most qualified for this job still remains to be seen. I mean, I don't also. You got a guy who fought in Iraq and he's got a history of being a drinker. I'm fine with that. He put in his time.
Yeah.
He's got I'm okay. They're like, is it true that they had to carry you out of a party? And he was like, anonymous smears. Like he wouldn't acknowledge. I wouldn't be like, I don't know, Your Honor. I was wasted.
They got a little bit of a laugh because Pete Hegseth stumps Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren on her question here. Take a listen to this.
In other words, you're quite sure that every general who serves should not go directly into the defense industry for 10 years. You're not willing to make that same pledge?
I'm not a general, Senator.
You'll be the one, let us just be clear, in charge of the generals.
She sounds so annoying.
Yeah.
There were so many different people that are trying to make a name for themselves.
Oh, every one of them. That's all they want is a soundbite. That guy saying, "I'm a tell me what a jagoff is." Only wanted to hear himself on the news.
That talk like this, and you, and it's like, shut up, you dummy.
No.
Now, the final clip I have here is a pretty long one, so we can cut it whenever you want to. But this is Senator Tim Sheehy from Montana, who is a former Navy SEAL, who seems like he was just kind of setting Hegseth up to look good.
Right.
To be like, here's some easy questions, and I want everybody to know we're on the same page, and here's what we got. Take a listen to this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Pete, I'm actually going to ask you questions because I want to hear your answer. How many genders are there? Tough one.
Senator, there are 2 genders.
I know that well. I'm a Sheehy, so I'm on board.
Sheehy.
What is the diameter of the rifle round fired out of an M4A1 rifle?
That's a 5.56.
How many push-ups can you do?
I did 5 sets of 47 this morning.
What do you think are most important strategic bases in the Pacific?
In the Pacific, Guam is pretty strategically significant.
How many rounds of 5.56 can you fit into the magazine of an M4 rifle?
Depends on the magazine, but standard issue is 30, Senator.
And what size round does the M9 Beretta standard issue sidearm for the military fire?
A 9mm.
I knew that one.
Senator.
What kind of batteries do you put in your night vision goggle?
Duracell.
You can stop it there, Carmen. So basically, he was just, making him look good and being like, he's going to answer all these.
Yeah. I don't understand, though, why 5 sets of 47.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, now I need to know the answer to that.
Well, that's what Joe does. 2 sets of 30. Don't
Yeah,
you?
that's
That's
30 is
probably
an even
all that he
number.
can get to, though.
But 5 sets of 47 would be 235.
Yeah.
It's a weird number.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
I'm sure that there's people in the military right now that are like, yeah, we
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
maybe there's something.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that we don't know that.
Did you see the clip when he was there talking about how he had knocked up one girl who just had a baby and then was with another girl and he was married to somebody else at the same time?
Listen, the number one takeaway I got from yesterday was Pete Hegseth is devastatingly handsome.
Yeah.
And his wife is hardly mediocre. The guy worked his way through a few, then finally settled down, and has got a mediocre looking wife.
They were trying to clarify. They're like, was that your second wife or your third wife you're discussing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people get married so much. Like if I
Joe,
ever got
you wanna weigh
divorced,
in?
yeah, Joe. Like what
All right,
made
what do
you
you wanna
decide?
know?
So you married the mother of your child.
Yes, I did.
Understand? Was she pregnant first?
No.
Okay, so you married her and then you
Yeah.
had a kid and you were like, this is the one.
Yes.
Then it wasn't the one.
Right.
Then who is the next one?
Yeah, that was the doctor.
Okay, that was several years later.
That was many years later.
Right. And then you meet her, you dated for a while,
Yep.
and you were like, I think we can make this one work.
Yeah, it was a scam, but yes.
Okay. And then you got locked in there, and then when
Yeah.
you got married, that's when things changed.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
But
and
I didn't know. Well, that's when I found out they'd been changed the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were things that you didn't know that were
There
going
were a
on.
lot of things that I didn't know.
So that really was not your fault.
Right.
Then the next one,
Yeah.
was there a next one?
You mean between then and now?
Yeah, no, now we're up
Well,
to
I'm not
sugar
married
pants.
now.
Yeah. So you've been married twice.
Yeah, 2 times.
Okay.
But
So-
I would do it again.
But you would marry sugar pants.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see. That's the thing.
sure.
Why can't you guys just live in the weird family, in the weird pants living situation that you have now?
Yeah,
Like, why do you have to ruin it with marriage?
I mean, I like ruining things.
But seriously, like, why can't you just look at her and go, you know what? I love you. And she's like, I love you too. And we're like, let's stay together.
Well,
That's good enough.
I mean, I don't know. I think that I have to tell you, I actually enjoy being married, Michael. I like the security. I like knowing there's going to be somebody there. I like knowing that.
But you can have that without marriage.
Yeah, but,
And you have no security.
well, I mean,
You were married to the doctor, and then that wasn't very
well,
secure.
That was a scam.
Right.
But, but yeah, no, I would definitely do
You
it again.
say a scam.
I do.
As if she was trying to get something from you.
No. I think no. I think she's no. I'm not going to say anything
Wow,
about it.
you would
I
get
get it, I
killed
get
and
it.
crossed.
Yeah.
Nah,
Not
he
gonna
can't.
say
There's
anything
things he
about it.
can't say.
Yep.
I get it.
Not going to say anything
All
about
right.
it.
Oh, and then I forgot about the one after that.
Which one?
Poopy Pants. What was her name?
Who?
The one with the bad attitude. That you weren't married.
Oh, you're talking about Zoe?
Zoe.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a while after. I was with Melissa for a while.
Yeah. Oh man, Melissa.
Yeah. Remember Melissa the blonde?
Yeah, Joe gets around, man.
Yeah,
Joe
well.
gets around.
What a hussy.
He's a real Hegseth.
All right. I mean,
Real Hegseth.
Oh
would do
man,
it
we
again
should have a
because I
Senate
like it.
confirmation hearing for Joe.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
No,
great.
I'd get killed and crossed.
Yeah.
My brother Tim, who is listening, just offered up a theory.
Okay.
47 presidents.
Oh.
Okay.
5 sets of 47.
Okay.
All right.
That's weird.
So he's just trying to be cute.
Oh, it's military.
Yeah.
Commander in Chief, 47.
One push-up for each president.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Give me a set of Commander
Do
in
you think
Chiefs.
he's like Washington Adams?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
Right.
I agree with you now, though. He's not qualified.
What changed your mind yesterday?
Just listen to all the stuff that he's been involved with. I just couldn't.
But I have to tell you, I think most 5-star generals probably lived a similar, if not worse, life.
I guess he's one of the lowest ranking officials ever to go in if he gets confirmed.
Yes, that's my whole point.
Yeah, no, I agree with.
That's my whole
I'm
point.
agreeing with you.
No, but that's my whole point is that this guy he does not possess any of the history of the training that the guys who have had the job before him have.
A lot of the critics are saying that he's just going to be a Trump yes man. That's why,
of course,
that's why
Trump won.
Trump doesn't want anybody that's going to question what he thinks
But
should do it, as opposed to like an expert.
The other thing is, or are we buying into the fact that Trump is going to mix things up and put people in there that are doing things differently than they were? Like I watched the news yesterday, and Fox sent a woman reporter to Greenland to talk to Greenland about if they want to be taken over by the United States.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know that there's a possibility that we may wake up one day and realize that we've annexed another country and as part of our territories? Like that could happen.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with Greenland, but that could happen within the next 20 years. We could the complete landscape can be changed.
I feel like with Trump, it's good for him to have people on his staff that have a voice of reason. And this guy might not be that.
But voice of reason, people get fired.
Right.
So it really is when you got a guy, the only people who are going to make sense to Trump are people like Elon Musk, where Trump thinks this guy might know a little bit more than I do.
He's from the future.
Yeah.
Couple things. One is who plays Pete Hegseth in the movie. I mean, it's you look at a picture
Somebody
of him,
devastatingly handsome.
It's so obvious when you look at him and if you saw a picture.
I don't know.
Ready? Yeah. Christian Slater.
Oh, I don't think so.
100%. He looks exactly like him.
Oh, he does not.
Oh, yeah. Look at the picture. Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, you're looking at the picture.
Yeah. I mean, I'm familiar
That's
with
Christian
Pete.
Slater.
I don't see Christian Slater in him
Have you
at
seen
all.
Christian Slater lately?
Lately, yeah.
No.
Looks almost exactly like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see both their faces, and I can't even see them.
I'll show you
But
side by side.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think
Christian
Tony
Slater's
Goldwyn-
got a round head, and Pete Hegseth's got a square head.
Square peg.
The fact that your own mother called you a woman abuser, that's not a good look.
Well,
But I mean, is it better if he comes out and says, "Yes, I battled alcohol, and I had an alcohol. I was an alcoholic, and I had some issues, and it probably led me to do things I'm not proud of."
Which he's basically said.
Right.
He
So-
found the Lord, and now he's
He's
changed,
he's super Christian now.
changed person.
I don't know if that makes him better, but he's
Yeah.
super Christian now. So he had a bad spell when he was a young guy, a soldier in Iraq, killing people and doing all thing. He kind of became an alcoholic. I think we forgive most veterans for having a spell with alcohol after they face battle.
But a lot of the incidents were like 5-6 years ago. Well,
Yeah, but
I
it's
guess-
still
I guess
in
the
his
one they had was
system.
like 2018 was the last one that I heard yesterday.
Okay, but it's still. I mean, he between now and 2018 and now he's been good with sober and no problems. That's a pretty good run.
Once he realized that it could jeopardize him possibly getting the promotion.
Yeah, look,
So-
the guy had a rough younger life. He was
Yeah.
a combat veteran. They
Listen.
experienced a lot of trauma.
I'm agreeing with you now that this is not the guy.
Yeah, it's embarrassing when you think you have the guy and then all of a sudden he's not the guy. Like the Matt Gaetz thing. Now we lose Pete Hegseth. Now let's see what they spring on Pam Bondi today.
Yeah, and they were pointing out yesterday that he did not disclose a lot of this information to the Trump campaign before he was.
I don't believe that's true.
That's what they said.
I
so
think
I don't
that.
know.
I mean, we all knew. We were able to find out this information. I knew about Pete Hegseth's past before,
Right.
before he even got
I know
nominated.
it's all on like Wikipedia
Yeah,
and stuff.
so it's
I
not
don't
like
know
that was that hard to
that's
find
what they
out.
were
By the way,
accusing
look
him
at your
of.
phone. Look at your phone and tell me that Christian Slater is not Pete Hegseth. They're the same person.
That picture, they do look very similar.
Yeah, that's because it's a photo of both of them. They look very similar. The other thing is you were talking about taking over Greenland and stuff. I love how we're like, I mean, Russia's trying to take over Ukraine, and we got to stop it and send them billions of dollars. Also, we're taking over Greenland. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem is we're not taking over Greenland. Greenland's looking to strengthen
I know.
their
It's
allies.
not the exact same, but it's
they are weighing in whether they want to be part of Denmark or what we can offer them because we want to raid their resources.
I just feel like when Trump comes up with some of these crazy ideas like the Gulf of America and stuff, he's going to call Hegseth and he's like, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's go.
Right.
You know what
Like,
I mean?
all right, let's go take over.
Yeah, Mexico said we can't change the name. Let's go force them. All right,
if he
let's
calls
go.
them up and says, let's take Canada up until like Manitoba. We'll just go all the way up, and Hegseth is like, all right. Yeah, next thing you know, we're invading other countries.
How quickly can we fire up an invasion, sir?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know. It looks, by all accounts, he's going to get through anyways, though, so.
Yeah, I mean, and it seemed like 50% of the people up there were wanting them in there.
We'll see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. They're saying that the confirmation could come as soon as Monday after Trump is sworn into office. So we'll see what happens.
Now, what uniform does he wear? Does he wear a uniform or does he wear a suit?
I don't even know.
Usually when you see the defense secretary, he's all uniformed up.
Yeah, they're in there,
I would love for somebody to ask Colin Powell what they think of Pete Hegseth.
Yeah.
Colin Powell to me in my lifetime, Norman Schwarzkopf and Colin Powell are two highest military ranking guys that I remember in my lifetime.
Yeah. All the Republicans are backing Trump and saying this is the guy he needs to go through. So
Colin Powell probably wouldn't say anything.
No, I know, but I'm interested to see what he would really think. Because would he say?
No, I'm just saying because he's dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I can't remember who died on my own death pool list. Let's not ask him.
A year-long study of grocery prices at Walmart found that the prices, what? Did prices go up? Did they go down? How much? What do you think?
I imagine by your story you're going to say they went down, but I would have guessed they've gone up.
A year-long study of grocery prices at Walmart found that prices increased, but only 0.7%. Far less than overall annual inflation. Some things cost more, like eggs. Carmen, you were talking about that the other day. Coffee, milk. Some things actually cost less, though, like fruit, salmon, boneless pork chops, canned beans, bagels. Are all less.
I love I ate salmon for dinner last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of protein, a lot of uric acid.
Oh, I know.
Speaking of different stuff that went down, I said bagels. Today is National Bagel Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get some Einstein Brothers up in this piece. Or Three Brothers Bagels.
Three Brothers Bagels.
Bagels.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Also, Joe.
Yes.
Guess what today is?
National Joe is Wrong Day.
That's a day we celebrate often.
Oh, all right.
It's a day, if it fell on a Friday, you'd be a liar. But today, you're right on.
What is it?
Because you're wearing one.
It's Beanie Day.
Today is National Hat Day.
Hey!
It's a hat day. It's a hat day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hat day.
It's a hat day. It's a hat day. Don't you wish that every day was a hat day?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All the big cats are gone. We talk about it all the time. The Big Cat Rescue is sold. All the cats were sold to a sanctuary in Arkansas, but the land that was once the Big Cat Rescue is being sold now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Big Cat Rescue became infamous as
You
a
want
result.
a big piece of land with lion dung on it.
As a result of the Netflix hit Tiger King, Big Cat Rescue property may soon be apartments or condos, they're saying.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a lot of property over there.
I have never
That's a
been
good
there.
spot, too.
I know where it is, but I've never been there. I don't know what. I only know where it goes from the trail, like when I pass the overpass.
Right.
So I don't really know how far it goes. But yeah, I mean, look, it's also to me, I know that there's never been any incidents, but it just doesn't seem very safe to me that there's just this area where leopards and tigers are hanging
And
out.
joggers go right by it all
And
the time.
joggers are jogging by.
Smelling delicious.
Smell the bourbon
You know.
chicken from the food court at the mall.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about this the other day. One day after Michael Thomas Lewis was charged with felony stalking of Indiana Fever star WNBA Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark, the 55-year-old Texas man shouted, Guilty as charged. as soon as he sat down in the courtroom, Lewis is accused of repeated and continued harassment of the 22-year-old Clark beginning in December. Lewis behaved very erratically in his first court appearance and at times appeared to be laughing and joking while noting he had not been taking his medication while he was in jail and living out of his car. Prosecutors said that they were seeking a higher than standard bond because Lewis traveled from his home in Texas to Indianapolis with intent to be in close proximity to the victim. Lewis was ordered held on a $50,000 bond, and if the bond is posted, he will be required to wear an ankle monitor and remain in Indiana.
Good. Keep an eye on that lunatic.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Mark, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, good morning, guys. Great show as always. Enjoy it. There was some discussion yesterday about who's going to the Super Bowl and how we're going to get there. Who's going to run the board back in Tampa? And I have a suggestion for you.
I don't know what. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Will Kuntz. A lot of people love Kuntz. I like Kuntz. I just like him
you
from
you wouldn't know who's running the board. Running the board means that they're pushing buttons and making things louder and lower. It doesn't. You would have no idea who was running the board. So you could love Will all you want. If he's running the board, you wouldn't even know he was there.
Well, that's quite all right, man. But sometimes there's a little bit of banter between you guys and whoever's on the board. Like, are you with me? That sort of thing.
So you're just saying you'd like to hear Will on the air, is what you're saying. You think he'd be a good person to be on the air with?
I think he'd be very dependable. He's got the skills. He's got the background. I think he'd be a real good board operator when you're at the Super Bowl.
Is this Will?
Is this Will? Will, is that
Yeah.
you?
No, this is the same Will. But really, there are some people out here who like Will. From,
We like Will
back in the days.
We like Will. We like to see Will
and I
get
know he's
some
got
sort
the
of
skills.
Yeah.
How do you know Will?
All right, love you too.
Thank you. Who said love you?
Oh.
No, because I feel like that guy called during Under Oath too and was like, "Hey, what about Will?"
Oh man, some people.
That's Will's agent.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, CJ. Hey, I just Galen was just talking about kidney stones. One of the I had them a lot. One of the things you drink water, lemon in it.
Oh, to kill the kidney stones.
Yeah, to keep them from.
Your phone. Sorry, your phone's cutting out. But Galvin is the king of kidney stones.
Yeah, citric acid is good to keep them from forming and stuff. Once you have them, there's not much you can do besides pass them or get surgery to get them out.
Oh God, Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Vibrate and break them up.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing?
Good. All right. Hey, can Galvin numb your pain for you? Numb.
I was just about to do it.
I mean, I knew what he was going to say, but the fact that he called in to say it is great.
Amazon is saying goodbye to Try It Before You Buy It, the service which allowed Amazon's Prime members to try on select clothing items, shoes, accessories, stuff like that, or before completing a purchase. It's set to wind down in the coming weeks. The last day eligible customers can place orders using the subscriber benefit is January 31st. Under the service, Prime members can order up to 6 select apparel items on a trial basis.
Okay.
You can try them on before you actually buy them. You don't do anything, whatever.
Which never really made sense because almost everything on Amazon has free returns.
Right. And
so,
now that
makes more sense.
And now that you can return it at Whole Foods, or you can return it at some of the stuff at Kohl's, this, that. Yeah. In a statement, now, Amazon cited the program's limited reach and the growing use of improved sizing recommendations powered by AI for the platform. And they're like, we don't really need it anymore.
I got to return some stuff. I got to remember to do that before the time runs out.
I will say their size recommendation is pretty spot on.
Really?
Yeah.
I really like Amazon really goes like the extra mile for you because if you bought something before for your car and you're going to go buy something, they're like, is this for your blah, 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 whatever car you have, or is it for this one? Or this model won't fit,
Yeah.
So they're definitely helping you out. Speaking of things that are stopping, Starbucks is closing its doors on non-paying customers. Remember, they changed it, and they were like, all right, you can come in and hang out and do whatever you want.
Use our Wi-Fi.
They released a new code of conduct saying that their cafes, including restrooms and patios, are only for customers. Customers only.
Wow.
It also bans vaping and panhandling.
Well, you shouldn't be able to vape. That's annoying to other people. And
yeah, Joe.
All right.
It's not a hangout. It's not a. It's
Right,
a business.
it's a business. They're trying to make money. Yeah. I don't get it. But the problem is that's an unhomed person, and we want them to be able to hang out. Now they're like, beat it.
Yeah.
Unhomed.
You got to have money. How mad would you be? We've talked about this before. If you bought this and then gave it away, a family in Michigan did a white elephant gift exchange for Christmas, and one of the gifts was a lottery ticket that ended up hitting for $500,000.
So great. That's so awesome.
But listen to how this girl got it. 25-year-old Emily Hickox got the ticket, but not until after the exchange was over. She got a flashlight her dad bought, and he wanted it back, so swapped for the lottery ticket. Her cousin bought the lottery ticket. Emily said she's sharing some of the money with them and with her dad and stuff and everything. But so the cousin bought the ticket, put it up for the white elephant thing. The dad bought a flashlight, and he was like, I got the lottery ticket. Give me the flashlight. And then it's for $500,000.
That's so hilarious. That's great.
Yeah.
So
25 years old, you get $500,000. That's nice.
Excuse me, guys.
Yes.
We gotta give away some money ourselves.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
100. This hour's keyword is 100.
Too big of a word.
HUNDRED. As in, if you win, you'll win $1,000. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter 100 before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
All right, I'm going to give you a chance to go ahead and do that. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and finish news. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Tomorrow on the show, I don't know what tomorrow is. Friday, Brad Meltzer is going to join us on the program. Our only friend who's an author who actually wrote about me in a book, named a funeral home after me in one of his novels.
Now, last time he was on the book that he had, were they making it into a series or were they making a movie? Like, his books seem like they could easily be adapted into some cool movies.
Yeah.
Like, and it would be like it would almost be like a series, of a bunch of different ones.
Right. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Like Alex Cross or like Jack Ryan or those type of things.
Yeah, even a little bit of Reacher,
Yeah, Reacher.
But no, I don't know what the deal is, but this may be the one. You never know.
Sure.
This is about a plot to kill Kennedy before the plot to kill Kennedy.
Oh.
All right, Galvin, back to news.
All right. According to a new poll, only 46% of employees clearly know what is expected of them at work. Joe?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
I think Joe knows. He just doesn't care.
What are you expected to do? What is your job?
I am expected to be yelled at and enjoy it.
Oh,
Yep.
all right.
Yep.
Only 31% of employees feel engaged at work, which is a 10-year low. That's the lowest it's been in 10 years. Would everybody say that they know what their job is? Like, you have a clear definition of the role of your job? Carmen, do you feel like that or no?
Kind of, not really, because
come on.
Well, no, because it does change day to day. Like, I do know, but like it's not always the same.
Carmen is a bit of a. You have a
I'm
job.
a utility player.
You have a job, but then you're also kind of the catch-all. Like,
you're
there's
saying
a lot of
you're the new Slater? No, Monica's the new Slater.
Yeah, maybe Fisher is.
Fisher might be the new Slater.
Right
Fisher's
now.
doing weather and stuff.
Yeah.
For a while there, like Dizzy was putting in overnights. Now I'm putting in overnights because I haven't got a chance to teach to teach Johnny B to do that. But now I have to teach someone to do that. But technically, I'm not a manager, and usually managers teach that. And then you know what I mean. But like, it's not a day to day. It's not the same thing every day here. You know what I mean? So I do have to know how to do a lot of stuff, even though I don't do it all the time.
Who can describe their role in the least amount of words? I'm pretty confident with mine. You want to know mine?
Yeah.
I can do it in 2 words.
Be funny.
Be funny.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, mine's a little longer.
Gio says be negative.
Me?
What?
Eat burgers.
I don't feel I'm negative at all.
Get coffee.
What would you say? I could probably do yours in 3. I mean, it's kind of generic, but keep it moving.
Yeah, I was say if you asked me one word that would describe my job, I would say guide.
Yeah.
Guide.
Yeah.
So keep it moving is probably pretty good. Yeah, because you don't want to get into a point on a show where you're like, so what are we gonna do next? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or you don't want to. All right, we got it. Move on to the next point, or whatever it is. Like you don't have to say the same thing over and over and over and over.
I would think that after 18 years, everybody has a pretty good handle on what their job is.
Yeah.
And Carmen's job is ever changing, but
I have a good idea of what. And that's the thing, especially like with working with you for so long, I can almost kind of predict what is gonna be expected,
right?
But before it's told, but you know what I mean.
That's part of your job. Tell the future.
Exactly.
Carmen's job is ever changing. Salary stays the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ask for a raise?
I did.
And you didn't get one?
They came up with usually the people ask for raises at the end of the year, but technically the fiscal calendar doesn't end until March, which is like the first quarter, but that's technically the last quarter for money and budgeting.
So they tell you talk to us in April?
Well, they just said, we're going to see what we can do, but but we can't do anything about that until that time. So around March. So
open the books.
Yep.
Right. Open the books.
Who knows where we'll be in March, Carmen?
Yeah.
And listen, and that's the thing. And, listen, I love this job, but
who knows if I'll be here in March?
That's the thing. Who knows if the station will be here in March?
Man. I mean, it's so funny. The station's doing great. The station's killing it. It's just funny that's just a weird job that we have.
Right. I never know if I'm going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah, you think you're gonna
you think you're gonna die though? That's a big difference.
I mean, I kind of feel like it's the same.
For all we know, we might be in Greenland.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. I'll go over there and run the Greenland charge for sure.
I may be swimming the Gulf of America.
Wait,
what jobs can I get appointed for? Like, I feel like I should be in charge of the FCC.
Yeah,
like I have because I have as much experience as Pete Hegseth has in the military.
Talk to Junior
in radio.
Yeah.
Too.
Talk to Junior.
Yeah. Tell your dad.
Put a bug in his ear.
Let me be the FCC guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be. I mean, what's the difference?
Let's talk to Pam Bondi or Anna Polina Luna.
Yeah, get me in that. Get me one of them jobs.
There's got to be something like low level. They can just
I mean, what does the FCC care about?
Yeah,
they answer complaints and they give you a Dominus Verbiscus on licenses.
I feel like that would be a crummy job to have.
Yeah.
You got to deal with all the complaints and people bitching. And
Dear Mr. Calta, please note that on Friday, November 17th, Pookie and the boys on the Bunch 94.8 in Sheboygan said duty on the radio, and I can write, and I just hit stamp it, rejected, and I sent it back to them.
Yeah,
that's it. Pookie and the boys are safe with me.
You just hire a staff that does it for you.
No, I want to be the one.
I
want to be the one. I'm going to call each one individually and go, stop complaining because somebody said duty on the radio. Yeah. You big babies.
And you want the old school big rubber stamp.
Big rubber stamp. Rejected. Nerd.
Nerd. Yeah, it just says nerd. You just stamp it nerd and send it back to him.
Lighten up, Francis.
The lady that complained about the 10-year-old walking down the street. Nerd. Yeah. So a poll on free speech finds that most Americans think social media companies have the responsibility to prevent harassment, hate speech, and conspiracy theories.
Here's the thing. If Gio is on his page and a bunch of people are on his page calling him ugly, clearly there is agenda to insult Gio, and you shouldn't allow that to happen. That's how people commit suicide. That's how people, that's where it gets out of hand. You should prevent bullying, but you can't stop everything.
But also, I don't know. If the people are doing that, then get off social media.
Yeah. But I mean, also, it's become a part of our life. It's not as easy to just say that anymore. Like Gio used to say that before. If you don't like it, get off it. Well,
but the problem is, this is the everyone gets a trophy syndrome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kids never hear the word no. Kids never hear the words you suck or you're bad from anybody else. And so when they get into teenage years, when bullying starts, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to regulate their emotions.
Kids they suck
I was
every day.
going to say, Mike's really trying to bring that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids suck at sports. They suck at a lot of things. Like I always say to my kids, I'm like, you did terrible today.
Yeah, and but that's the thing. Like, kids need to know that they're not always going to be the best. But kids nowadays, because everyone gets a trophy, they all think that they are number one, that they are the greatest of all time.
And that's why you get people going on American Idol that can't sing.
Right.
And you go,
Well, my mom.
Yeah, my whole family. They love whenever they sing.
I don't tiptoe around it. My son was a promising football player. He had size that if he had the talent to go along with his size, he could have really done something with it. Why doesn't my son play football anymore?
Because he didn't like it. He didn't enjoy it.
Weed and girls. Weed and girls. Those are the two reasons that he doesn't play football. He found weed and girls, and he was like, I like this better. That's it. Yeah. So there's no trying to fancy it up. It's not like, well, he just didn't. Yeah, he found weed and girls. That's it. His life changed. His priorities changed. That's how it goes.
Yeah, but that's also, there's plenty of people that I'm sure look back on missed opportunities that go, oh man, I could have done that.
Sure.
But there's also plenty of people, that's what life is making those different choices, and that's what leads you. That's why a lot of people who become successful after years of turmoil or tragedy or anything, it was awful. Those 3 to 5 years were terrible. But I wouldn't change a thing because that's what led me here.
I don't know, dude. I think about some of the miserable times I had, and then people are like, well, it made me what I am today. I would still change it in a second.
Listen, I think
but you wouldn't be the same person.
Yeah.
No, you're probably right. I wouldn't. But
the only thing that I wish I would have had, like back in the day as an athlete, is social media and NILs and all that.
You could have done something with it.
I could have made it. And just being young and a girl, like you see all these girls that are
semi-attractive.
Oh, yeah.
And I had like double D's in high school.
Oh!
You know what I mean? And I could play basketball really well.
Yeah.
So just put those two
you had your own
things.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, put those two things together. I could have been making some cash.
You were used to things bouncing.
Your biggest regret is you didn't utilize your double D's in high school.
Carmen, don't you see
your teen ninnies?
Don't you see this as you talking about this in 10 years now? When I was in radio, I was hot and I could have been doing OnlyFans, but I passed up on that too.
No, but see the thing with on Instagram, I'm not going to get naked, and that's not going to cut off future things that I can do. Where getting completely naked will take a lot of things out of job opportunities.
I'm going to tell you right now, if Meredith from Wild had an OnlyFans, I would join it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again,
if Babs had one, I would join it tomorrow.
What
so
if
not mine?
If she had a fake name and was wearing a Catwoman mask, would you still join
Would
it?
I know it was her?
You don't know, but you know.
Yeah,
you think
you
it's
can't
her.
prove it.
Yeah.
You can't prove it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there you go, Carmen. They can't prove it.
Cat mask.
I mean,
Carmen.
how do you know I don't already have one of those?
Oh! No wonder why she got the stink box and
Yeah.
the sex chair and all these things that she's buying.
Oh,
Okay.
what's your mask? We got to know.
Figure it out.
Are you
Go
Iron,
find it.
Are you the one that's Iron Man?
It's a Chad mask.
There is a girl on Instagram that is dressed as a stormtrooper, and she just wears the helmet.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
I had to tell you.
We have a stormtrooper helmet, Carmen, if you need it.
Thank you. I
It's right
think I
behind.
need to change up my identity.
You definitely seem like you need a helmet.
It's a dick thing.
Son of a bitch,
For
man.
a few different reasons.
Notice we didn't say the football helmet.
I would say that in my years of being here, it goes up and down, but the upswing of hot chicks in Tampa radio is up pretty high right now. I think there's a bunch of good looking radio chicks.
There was the one girl that was on Wild that went to Chicago, right?
Oh yeah, Kenzie. She was smoking.
Yeah.
She was
Oh, yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gone, but Babs is hot. Meredith is hot. Sam was really pretty. You know, I mean, she's still really pretty. She's just super pregnant.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you don't want to sexualize a pregnant woman.
Oh, I mean,
This is why you didn't go to Diapers and Donuts.
she's not sexy enough.
A toast to Sam. She used to be hot before she got knocked up.
Oh boy.
Here's your diaper
I
bag.
did not say that.
I mean,
Put a helmet
I
on,
did not
baby.
say that.
Put a helmet on,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Maybe just diapers, not so many donuts.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy cow!
He's horrible.
That's you.
I didn't
That's
say any of
Mike.
this
That's
stuff.
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Back to news.
Oh, there you go. Free
Yeah.
speech. More than 100 medalists from the Paris Olympics say that their medals are deteriorating.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they're
Aren't they
god!
supposed to be bronze and silver and gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will get replacements though.
Well, that's were they not the real medal?
I mean, I guess not. I guess they're not. They must be just like gold plated or something or painted.
You would think of all things that should be gold, it should be a gold medal.
Do you know where Shaq's gold medal is for U.S. Olympic basketball?
He wears it around his wiener.
No. Anybody?
No.
On the side of the road somewhere over in Orlando.
Why?
He threw it out the window. He
What?
got mad about something. I forget
You
what it
think
was.
He didn't run and go get that right after he threw it out the window.
I don't know.
Imagine you find that. You're like, is this a
Right.
Olympic gold medal?
He says, according to him, that he tossed it out the window.
I don't believe him.
I don't know.
I don't believe him. Warren Sapp doesn't have his Super Bowl ring either.
I don't remember who it was. There was somebody that was a Olympic medalist, and their house got burnt down in the LA fires, and they were saying they wish they'd grabbed their medals when they were.
Oh,
getting
I mean,
out.
I would think that's the first thing.
I forget who it was.
If I'm a Grammy Award winner, I take my Grammys and my passport.
I grabbed
on the way out.
my Olympic medal and then my baby.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
I wish I could remember who it was, but it was like I wish I'd grabbed my medals on the way out.
So Robin Zander, fake Robin Zander, did not get me on Instagram, but guess what? Fake Brad Pitt got this lady.
No,
a 53-year-old French woman was scammed out of money by AI photos
no.
of Brad Pitt. Yeah.
No, wait a second. I just got a text from Sam.
Why would you say those things?
I didn't say any of them.
You
Sam
said
is like a beautiful pregnant
I
lady.
said that.
And
No.
you were like, nope, you're like, she's
I
a
did
mess.
not. I
you said she
you
was
don't-
hot before she
I
was pregnant.
did-
Right.
Right. I meant you didn't want to sexualize her pregnancy. I didn't want to mean. I didn't say. I still think she's beautiful.
So you're the good person in this?
Oh my god.
What did she
What's the
say?
text?
What'd she say?
Yeah.
Or
She
were
said-
her thumbs too fat to text you?
Oh, does it say never talk to me again?
Oh my god. She said you work with a bunch of jerk offs.
What?
She said what a great start to my day.
Oh.
I think
I
you're
mean,
beautiful,
but
Sam.
that's your MO. You have a history of doing that. You talked about Johnny B's Brad Breath the other day.
Yeah.
If I feel like something, I'll say it.
I know,
did
that's
not
why you
say
said it.
I did
And
not
that was
say it.
mean.
I did not say it.
Did you or did you not say Sam was hot before she got pregnant?
No, I did not say that.
That's what you
I
said.
did not. I
That's
didn't say
what I
Sam was
heard.
hot, and I said now she's pregnant. And then I said,
And that's-
and you
that-
guys were like, oh, she's not hot anymore. She's pregnant.
That statement right there
Was.
Sam was hot and now she's pregnant. That means she was hot and now that she's pregnant,
I'm
she
having
is not
prostate
hot.
issues. I got a lot of things going on right now.
You're the problem.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think Sam is beautiful, pregnant or not pregnant.
Okay, creep.
That's it. Oh, can't win with you guys.
Carmen, strike that from the replay.
A 53-year-old French woman was scammed out of money by AI photos of Brad Pitt. She thought he loved her and that she was paying for his kidney cancer treatment.
Yeah, I saw that.
Luckily, though, she didn't send a ton of money or anything like that. It was only $850,000. How do these people have this money? How is someone
Galvin,
that dumb and have that much money?
Because they're probably older and that's their life savings. I watched Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil had a woman on who was like in her late 60s. She was fat and ugly, and she was convinced that she was dating Post Malone.
I remember, yeah.
It's unbelievable that these women who are so desperate for attention and love can get sucked into something like this.
Joe, if you, I see you have the headline thing there, whatever. If you can pull up, they have the AI photos of Brad Pitt.
They're terrible.
In the hospital
There's
gown.
A couple of them look very real.
And a couple of them, his head isn't even lined up in
yeah.
the bandages.
There's like one or two that it looks believable. But
How are you that dumb and you have $850,000 you can send to somebody?
because you want it to be true, I think so
Yeah.
much.
Carmen, if I were you, I'd take advantage of every dumb person out there.
Yeah.
If I had double D's, I'd be all over it.
Yeah, especially in high school.
Yeah, I don't have double D's anymore.
Oh,
What happened?
They shrunk. Old ninnies.
I love the word ninnies so much.
Old ninnies is not good.
I didn't know that this was a debate. It just doesn't make any sense to
All
me.
right.
The long-standing Beatles versus Rolling Stones debate might have been settled. According to a study based on Wikipedia, the Beatles were the more influential band.
100%.
Of course they were.
People like because a more perfect debate would be the Rolling Stones versus Led Zeppelin, because both of them changed. Both of them were English rock bands. Both of them changed the way people did music. That's a more the Rolling Stones, the Beatles were the landscape for everything.
I'd give you the Stones and the Who next to each other. Zeppelin's on another level.
Stones are
Beatles as far as influence, there's no denying the Beatles.
Yeah, but there's no denying the Rolling Stones influence either.
But the level of it, you can deny. The Rolling Stones here, Beatles.
Yeah, but
I
think that the Beatles influenced a lot of music, and I think the Rolling Stones influenced the way rock bands presented themselves. Every band that came after the Rolling Stones tried to be like the Rolling Stones.
Didn't they say the Beatles were like also the like original boy band, like teen heartthrob?
Yeah,
type?
for sure.
Like
but the thing
model?
is that they evolved. And they kept evolving, and that is what made them so special.
And their songwriting and their harmonies, like everything that they did, everything about the Beatles, I think, was so much more influential than the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones, longevity, great. You know, I'm not a huge fan, but I get it. I totally get it. And the Rolling Stones were much cooler. Like they seemed a lot cooler and more rock and roll,
a bar band,
and stuff, whatever. Yeah, but you know, if you're saying who is more influential, the Beatles.
The Beatles
I say,
by far.
Well, yeah, far.
But I think that everybody wanted to be like Mick Jagger, and every band after the Rolling Stones came out with that lead singer, lead guitarist kind of model. You know,
yeah.
So that is why I think that they get the credit for the influence that they had on other bands. But it's not as musical as the Beatles is. And the Beatles' influence on music, I think, is way stronger.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm so looking forward to Becoming Led Zeppelin, which is coming out in February. The release, the documentary, which looks really cool. It's funny for me, you know. Obviously, I'm much more of a Zeppelin fan than either of those two bands. But I think everybody can also agree. You hear the Beatles, you hear the Rolling Stones, then you hear Led Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin to me is just such a bigger, heavier, just completely different sound.
See, I don't hear that.
You know what I mean? Like Beatles, it's almost like they recorded before they had good enough equipment and stuff. You know, like some of the early stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, but you're talking about it early, but you bring in some of the Sgt. Pepper stuff,
right?
And it's totally different.
Oh, and they have amazing their producer and all that stuff, whatever. But it's like, you know, even the guitar sound, whatever. You know. Jumpin' Jack Flash, whatever. It's a cool guitar sound, or Sympathy for the Devil's cool guitar sound. And then you have Cashmere or A Whole Lot of Love, and you're like, oh, that's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's a different
like
sound,
that seems like it would come in and just crush everything.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. That's just me. I love Zeppelin, so
we couldn't tell.
Yeah. Speaking of music, if you're interested, Envy of None, the band that features Rush guitarist Alex Lifeson, released a new single yesterday from their upcoming album.
Can I just back up to Led Zeppelin for a second?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of why I don't like Led Zeppelin as much as you do, because I do appreciate the guitar, and I love the guitar, that kind of stuff that they introduce. I think it's Robert Plant.
Really?
It's
oh my god! It's funny to me because, like you said before, Dio. You're like, oh, Dio, he just sings high, and then I played you Dio. Dio doesn't really sing high. You know what I mean? Like he has such a powerful voice, but it's not high.
No.
Like Bruce Dickinson sings high,
right,
and Rob Halford sings high. Dio really doesn't do that. And it's funny because Robert Plant obviously has those pipes where he does that stuff, but there's so much stuff that he does in the mid-range and just the tone.
He sounds like an old English lady to me.
Oh no!
And don't get me wrong, he's one of the greatest voices in rock and roll. I'm not taking away from what the reality of it is. Personal feelings. I just feel like he's like an old English woman screaming to the music.
Oh, that's great. Like Ramble On. Listen to Ramble On. Just like put Ramble On. And he obviously gets up in the more powerful register whenever he comes. But like it starts out with him just singing totally normal. It's so great.
I feel like if I was 8 or 10 years older, I would like Zeppelin, but I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I didn't like Zeppelin. I didn't like Kiss until I was older.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate what they are, but I'm just not a fan. You know, but I think it's my age.
But it's funny because, you know, they were done by 1980.
Yeah. Like I wonder if I don't like them because I just missed it age-wise.
That's a guitar taste, right?
But he's playing. I don't know whether he was playing on guitar case.
Oh, English lady.
But listen when he hits. Now I smell the rain.
It's.
Well,
I feel like he's going like this. I smell the rain, like a drag queen.
You like that kind of voice though, because like
Yeah.
a lot of like when you were playing your vibe list the other day, very similar voice style.
Bluesy,
You know what I mean?
very
Yeah,
bluesy.
yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah. I love blues.
You're
rock.
drawn to
it's
that.
it's funny because I sent something to my buddy Kevin the other day, and he goes, "Oh, this is a Galvin band all day." I'm like, yeah. I mean, I definitely have a style that I like for sure. So I don't know. And then finally in news, people on social media are talking about the modern trends that everyone will regret in 10 years. Stuff that's going on now that you're like, 10 years from now, you'll look back on it and go,
it's my son's stupid hairdo that he used to have where they're growing it like up almost. Like, remember when those Gotti kids had that stupid haircut? And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
And then everybody was doing that.
Face tattoos.
Face tattoos?
I don't know. Face tattoos are
They've
growing
been
on
around
me.
for a while.
But they're
Face
getting,
tattoos are growing. Girls with face tattoos are like Dizzy's girlfriend's got one,
right?
And it's kind of hot
when you're that age. But I think
when you're older,
when you're like 70 and you've got face tattoos, that's when people are like, oh, that was a bad idea.
But also, by the time you're 70 and you have face tattoos, how many people are going to have face tattoos? It's not. I don't.
Yeah.
It's a trend that I think will continue and become more. We see so many more. When Mike Tyson got a face tattoo, everyone lost their mind. They're like, he got a tattoo on his face. Now, 3 people you see today have that tattoo on their face.
I follow a girl on Instagram she's a ton of makeup, like she's super makeup girl, but she's smoking hot. And she's got a face tattoo, and it's sexy as hell on her because she's got a lot of tattoos.
Smoking hot, but we don't know any old people that have face tattoos.
No,
yet.
Mike Tyson's face tattoo is looking a little weird now that he's wrinkling up.
Think
a
of
little.
old grandma with like face tattoos all over her face. That's
That's grandma with rose on her titty too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. After a while, it just becomes saggy and old looking.
I just think face tattoos are not going to age well.
There's an old lady that goes to my Winn-Dixie, and she is tatted from like. She has like sleeves, so I'm imagining they're everywhere, you know what I mean, but I can only see her arms, but they're fresh, and she's like in her 70s, but she just got them within the last like 5 years.
I envision old ladies and old men saying, listen, trust me, it looked way better when I was 25.
But again, you're gonna get old no matter what. It's not like even if you don't have tattoos, you're not gonna get old, wrinkly, and saggy, you know what I mean? So really, who cares?
A lot of people do though,
Yeah.
I know a guy whose brother got eyeliner tattooed on.
Oh, really?
I know that. I know that too. And but my thought on that, even for women doing that, is what if one day
stuff changes?
The trend is no eyeliner,
right? And also just eyebrows. Like girls will get their eyebrows tattooed on, and what if now it's not cool to have it curved that way or that thin or that thick or whatever,
Speaking of tattoos, I saw Steve-O still has the wiener tattooed on his forehead. It's been a couple months now.
It looks awful.
It does.
And he never ended up getting boobs, right?
No.
He met a transgender person who talked him out of it.
Right.
Even though his heterosexual friend, tried to talk to him about not doing it, and he thought I was crazy. Whatever.
Yeah. So some of the ones that they have on here, a list of different things they say that are trends now that 10 years from now you're going to look back on and go, that was terrible. Putting your whole life on the internet.
Yes.
The worst parts will resurface.
I warn my kids about that all the time.
The kids do this thing now where like they only have like 1 or 2 posts.
That's my son.
At a time, and then they just delete it and come back. And I mean, like, unless you're really someone who's being watched, that stuff is not gonna come back. I don't think.
No,
you know what I mean?
I think the opposite. That stuff's once it's on the internet, it's there for life.
Right,
forever.
because somebody who doesn't like you may have grabbed it already, and then years later they're like, "Oh, guess who is going to be Secretary of Defense? And look what I have."
Meta keeps all that stuff on their
Right.
servers.
For sure, yeah. This is a terrible one. A lot of parents do it, filming kids at their worst moments for internet clout.
Yeah,
that's going to come back and resurface.
I never understood.
Yeah,
except the one the girl that is in the hospital, and she's like, I think it just. Oh, what did she say? Made a poopy in my pants, but she doesn't say that. She says something else.
Shadoozy or something.
Yeah.
See, I think filming people, like, I love watching the videos when the people get their wisdom teeth out and they're on all the drugs and
the
stuff.
first one was funny.
But
that's cute.
But there was one guy who like admitted to cheating on his wife and stuff like that. Yeah. So again, I enjoy watching the videos, but I do think that should be illegal.
That girl that you're talking about, Mike, tries to make pooping her pants sounds sexy.
Yes. Well, I think she's laughing.
I know exactly what she says. She goes, I shadoodled.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And he goes, what? And she goes, I just shadoodled my pants. And like says it, shadoodled.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But like she tries to be all sexy about it, and it's like, you're talking about pooping your pants. Stop it. You're gross.
No, please stop.
And you're not wearing pants.
It was kind of funny.
No, it was funny. It was funny, but it's not sexy. She's trying to make it sexy. Another thing people say that I'll regret in 10 years, devaluing craftsmanship. That is a big thing.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
A lot of people.
Everything.
Buy something.
We buy everything from Amazon that we put together ourselves.
And
or
IKEA, yeah, and all that type of stuff. Where if you see like a handcrafted table or just different things that people do, that's art. I mean, that really is.
I don't devalue that at all. I think that is something that
but
I
you're
can
not
never do.
going out and buying it. You're not doing it. And there's a lot of people also that this dummy works with his hands, being a mechanic. You know, a lot of Gio's family mechanic. That's something that you should not do. Oh, monkey wrench. You know, wrench monkey, whatever.
I get what you're saying. Like people who look down on people who do jobs like that.
Right.
Yeah. Trust me, I have never felt that way. I feel like those people are the amazing peoples of the world. Like, I'm never cutting my grass, and I don't know how to change my own oil, and I need people like that.
Yeah.
I saw a stat that said basically like within the next 10 years, like plumbers are going to be a rare job and a necessity. And the price of being a plumber is you're going to be able to make so much money because there's not going to be a lot of them.
Yeah.
So if you're someone or if you have a kid like in high school that they don't know what they want to do, be a plumber because it's a trade school, and then you'll be able to start your own business, and you know what I mean. But like that, they were saying like the level of influencers to plumbers there's a huge deficit, and in the next 10 years, that is going to be a sought after job.
Yeah. This is great. Something you'll regret 10 years from now. You should be regretting it now. Getting advice from TikTok influencers instead of actual experts.
Yeah.
No, I saw on TikTok, if you put this on your face, that's not a good idea. A real medical doctor is telling you not to do that. Please don't do that.
But you can't really always trust doctors either.
Yeah, some, sure.
Some, you know what I mean? Like, so.
I looked it up. That girl said she super daddied her pants.
Super daddied?
Super daddied my
but
pants.
She says, I'm almost positive.
I just super daddied my pants.
And then she says it again. She says something else. She says shadoodle. See, I knew she said that.
I think she says the real word.
That's not attractive at all.
Well, she wasn't trying to be. She was all
but she's
wasted.
trying to be.
Yeah.
I think
she's
she
trying
thought it
to be
was funny.
sexy.
I think she thought it was
Super
funny.
daddy.
She's talking to her dad, though.
Oh, I thought it was her boyfriend.
No, he's talking to her dad.
Face tattoos is on the list, Gio, like you said. Yeah. Let's see. Giving children unfettered access to technology.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't agree with that. I think that telling, not giving kids access to technology is like when our parents used to tell us not to watch too much TV.
No, they've done studies now, and people like the babies, as young as babies, like you'll give them your phone just to play with because it's cute.
And a baby learns how to use a phone. My daughter knew how to do so many things by the time she was 8.
Now take that away from them, and they cannot control their emotions. Their attention span is that of 1 second. And it is like,
that's how we should be. We should not be wasting time on things. Ingest in and out.
That's why,
in and out.
That's why our kids don't watch movies and don't watch TV shows and stuff because they can't sit there for an hour.
It's true.
And do it. Yeah.
Right.
This is another one, giving kids stupid names.
Oh, I like that.
A lot of people give stupid names. Sending your DNA into random companies.
Oh my God.
We all done that.
I wish we never did the 23andMe now.
Why? What are you worried about?
I never did that.
What are you worried about?
They're going to sell our DNA.
They could get your DNA off a cup if they really wanted to get it.
Yeah, but now they have it, and we gave it to them willingly.
So what?
And they can do whatever they want with it.
What are they going to do with it? Create another you?
They could.
So what? What do you care? It doesn't affect you.
I think it's going to be eventually like Minority Report where they're setting you up for like a murder.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, your DNA's there. How are you going to dispute
that's
that?
different.
Or on top of that, they can create an illness that will affect majority of the people based on their DNA that could like either wipe them out or cause cancer. And now
they didn't need your DNA to do that.
Maybe they'll do something cool like create double D ninnies.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Reinflate your double Ds.
Yeah.
Mike?
Yes.
The broccoli haircut.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the broccoli haircut.
What's the broccoli haircut?
The short on the sides and the poofy
Used
curly
to
on
be the
top.
kid and
Curly.
play haircut.
Yeah.
You remember
Well,
the kid and play haircut?
Yeah, but it's that's like a high fade. This is a little bit different.
All the kids in high school, the guys have that.
Right, right. I don't like this at all. The proliferation of sports betting.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard any horrible stories yet. I'm sure there's people going broke somewhere. But
Oh yeah, there's people that are addicts that can't control themselves, so this makes it easier for them. But
yeah,
that's on you. You could ruin your life with anything.
right.
If you do too
If you
much.
had
around for a
if
long
you had an
time.
addiction problem, it's not the betting place. That
Yeah.
I always wonder, you have a gambling problem, call this number. What do they tell you when you pick up the phone? Hey, stop gambling.
They actually, if you ever call, I called one time and they were like, "You'll get it on the next bet."
Yeah.
They encourage you to keep
My
going.
oldest brother thought it was the funniest thing. Call him up and go, the dealer's showing a 6, and I have a. That's not the gambling problem we're talking about.
What do I do?
This one, number 16, having an OnlyFans.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret it 10 years from now in your mansion.
My OnlyFans girlfriend, I thought it was just going to be naked pictures of her, but she's got hardcore scenes on there with her boyfriend or husband or whatever, and I think that stuff comes back to bite.
How many have you unlocked?
None. I swear to God. Swear on my children.
And think about this, like, because a lot of these girls are young, they're in their 20s, and
Right.
they're not thinking about their family.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
think about when you have a daughter. or
That's the thing.
They have
Your
a
kids are
kid.
going to be able to find this.
Yeah.
Although I have to tell you, we have a friend who is in the adult industry with pink hair, and I was with her husband and son the other day, and they all seem like a very well-adjusted family.
But I feel like she got into it when her kids were older. They weren't.
No,
I think
she's
that's
been-
harder to accept.
She's been doing it since it was cam girl stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what I mean?
but
So she
And
was
he's only
before.
he's 23 or 22.
Yeah, but I still think her kids were like at least in their teenage years type of thing, so they could understand.
I don't think that's. I think you think my wife could go tell my 18-year-old son now that she's going to do on cam porn and he's going to understand it.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better.
That's worse.
I think it's easier if that's how they've always known it.
Right.
Yeah, but with all the OnlyFans, it's kind of becoming normalized.
Right.
Like you're not shocked anymore when someone says they have an OnlyFans.
Nor do I
Right, but
care.
now try and go get a corporate job
Yeah.
because now you were 20 and you were making all this money. Now you're 30 and 40 and
That's
no
why
one's
you wear the cat mask.
and no one's subscribing. So now go into corporate world.
You got to get a job.
Yeah,
I
and
watched that
corporate
girl.
isn't going to hire you.
That Ari Kitsa girl, she was walking. She made a video the other day of
Who
her.
is she?
She's the girl you turned me on to. The one that.
Oh yeah, okay.
She was walking. This is just on Instagram. She was walking up the stairs, dancing to a song, and the words came up. It said, "When you realize that your $545,000 house was paid for by 20,000 horny guys."
Yeah.
I'm like, good for her, man.
Oh, she even does. There's some. I don't know what it's from, a movie or something, whatever, where they lip sync the audio from a thing, whatever, and it says, I saw some videos. Was that you? No.
Yeah.
That wasn't you? No.
Yeah, I mean, and then she's got pictures with her father because she goes, "Here's a picture of me and my father who you claim didn't love me when I was a child."
Yeah.
But have you seen the girl who it's like Christmas time and her dad's there and she's like, "Yeah, I paid for that food." And he's like, "Yeah, because you sucked."
Whoa.
And he was like mad about it. And then she was like, what? Like, yeah, but I still bought it. And he was like, "Listen, I'm only here because we're family, but your mother can't even stand to be around you." So it does create a rift between families. You know what I
Could
mean?
you
Like,
imagine if your daughter got into that, you would feel terrible, but it all depends on the people and how their relationship is, I guess.
If your daughter comes to you when she's 18, 19 years old and tells you she started OnlyFans, are you supporting that at all?
No.
You kick her out of the house?
Here's the girl. No, I'll always love my daughter, but here's the thing: the difference. The people who do OnlyFans, okay, are the ones who are desperate for cash. My daughter has never been desperate for cash. She doesn't know what it's like to be in need, and there's no reason for her to do it.
But
By the way, that's not
also not
necessarily
true.
Some girls just like the attention.
There's a lot of what's her name? That Allie Ray was a nurse. She was a nurse. Nurses make decent money.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're not making $100,000 a month.
Exactly, but she wasn't desperate for money.
Yeah.
When I think of desperate for money, I think of I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. You know what I mean? Like that kind of
so
thing.
I might
whatever.
become a stripper.
But if you're making, $40,000, $60,000 a year, and then you can make $300,000 or more a year, that's
How about this? Would you rather your daughter become a stripper or become a cam model?
I think cam model.
Cam model.
Cam model, you do more dirty stuff.
Stripper, it's not going to be out on the internet.
That's true.
Stripper's not going to be on the internet, and you're not even necessarily getting fully naked.
But you're making
if you're
have to touch
on the
you're
internet,
probably making more on the internet. You're
Definitely
probably
making more on the internet.
not necessarily. There's strippers
true.
they can travel around and make a ton of money.
Yeah.
But it's also, I think, a lot safer if you're just on the internet as opposed to going to strip clubs and doing that.
I think I would rather have stripper.
Really?
Because of the temporary exposure?
Because the internet never goes away.
Yeah.
Anybody can find it at any time. Whereas if you're a stripper, a lot of girls are strippers and nobody even knows that they are.
What if you just told her
in the town 2 over?
Just wear a helmet?
Just wear a helmet. if she wears the stormtrooper mask, okay.
Never know.
Yeah, like anybody can find. Oh, did you see Gio's daughters on here? Here's the link.
There used to be a girl that was a waitress at the club that I worked at, and she would constantly want to make her uniform smaller. She would want, anything she could do to show more and do stuff. And I go, why aren't you a stripper? And she goes, oh, I wouldn't want. And I go, you don't have to do it here. I go to Dallas.
Yeah.
And go for a week or 2 weeks, whatever. You're on vacation and you make thousands of dollars, whatever. And you could do that a couple times a year in different places.
If you decide you do it, say you do it for 6 months and then you never do it again, it's for the most part gone.
Yeah.
Whereas on the internet, that content is
it lives
never
forever.
going away.
Never
going away.
A couple other things finally in this is stuff that you'll regret in 10 years, buying a cyber truck, they say. This one I think definitely, but this is one of those things you never know. You never know. People used to laugh at people that were buying Bitcoin. NFTs. Remember NFTs were going to be the next big thing?
I'm so glad I didn't get
they're
sucked
nothing,
into
whatever.
that. Yeah.
But also, think about 20 years ago if somebody would have been like, Mike, just put $1,000 into Bitcoin.
Sure.
And now it'd be worth 30 million or whatever the hell it is. So you never know. But there you go. That is it for news.
All right, Calvin, thank you. We went way over today.
Yeah.
We must take a break. We'll play some commercials when we come back. A brand new open letter is next on 102.5 The Bone. I have an idea. Tell me what you think about this. The area that is outside leading from like the area where the refrigerator is out in the green room area. Behind it where Tom hung that that banner over there.
Right by the rotting meat
The
cooler?
curtain. Yes, yes. I think I'm going to have Waterman frame that out and either put a door there or just frame it out and put a half wall there. So there's like a little hallway.
Yes.
This way it'll just close off our area.
Mm-hmm.
It'll butt up against those cabinets that are there or the video game or something, but it'll block it off from the rest of the garage.
Why though?
Because right now you're walking into my garage and it looks like my garage. If I wall it off, then I can actually paint it in there and make it look like something,
Yeah.
So which side are you saying guests would stay on? Guests would stay on the back
Guests
side?
would stay where they are now, but I would block it off so that you don't see the backside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put a door
that
there.
makes total sense.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's a big, nice, big green room for somebody to wait in and do the stuff. And
Plus, I think we make it a little nice. We get rid of the old furniture that's in there and we put some new chairs and a couch in there and make it nice.
The Funko Pops would go on the other side?
Funko Pops stay where they are.
Jesus
You have to fill them up. Yeah.
Is that what you build the wall for? That's what you're building the wall for? Like a Funko Pop wall?
No, I have a Funko Pop wall.
Yeah.
I have a whole wall.
He's saying the wall stays. The
wall stays.
Yeah.
But the wall is gonna go where the
Yes, Carmen. What you're asking is he will have more Funko Pops on the back of the wall.
Okay.
that's the answer you're looking for.
Quite possibly.
Yes.
Quite possibly.
Okay.
Our phone numbers are 800-771-1025. Every Wednesday around 8 o'clock, we do a brand new open letter. It is a little bit late, but ladies and gentlemen, time for a brand new open letter from Galvin.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to rules. Dear rules, seriously, there's so many rules. There's rules of the road, the golden rule, 5 simple rules, rules of engagement. The rule of thumb? Safe to say, there are a lot of different rules that we're expected to follow in our day-to-day life in polite society. Although, I'll admit it, I have no idea what the rule of thumb is. We all watch a lot of sports. Baseball has a ton of rules, so does football. In both sports, you're not allowed to fight. But in hockey, have at it. If you fight in any sport, they're going to break it up immediately, and you might get ejected from the game. But in hockey, they're like, you're probably going to get a penalty, but let's see how this plays out. Don't murder anyone. Sure, that's a law, but that's really what all laws are. They're just rules that everyone's supposed to abide by. Otherwise, you're going to be punished. Isn't don't murder anyone also a commandment? The 10 commandments are basically just rules. Don't murder, don't steal, don't bang your neighbor's slutty wife. You get the gist. People have rules in their house. No cursing. Got to take your shoes off. No pets on the furniture. If you have a dog and it isn't allowed on your sofa or your bed, you kind of hate your dog. There are rules to games, rules to dating, rules to living in polite society. There's a lot of rules of what you can and can't do at your job. There's an entire department devoted to it. HR. They'll tell you, usually after the fact, that you weren't supposed to get that drunk at the holiday party. They'll also tell you that you have to call it a holiday party because saying it's a Christmas party isn't inclusive. There are a ton of rules about what we can and can't say on the air. We have to say wee or duty. It's so crazy how many things we can and can't say. It's getting so bad that Mike can't even say that Sam used to be hot before she got all swole from being pregnant. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show. And this has been the open letter to rules.
Jesus Christ. Now I feel like I have to spend the rest of my day talking about how pretty Sam is, which isn't creepy at all.
Yeah.
You can't try and overcorrect.
No.
Can't take it back.
It's
No.
too late.
And she just texts you right out of the gate. You know she's listening.
Yeah.
What a great start.
Way
to
to
the
start
day.
her day.
Listen. Oh, man. I feel fortunate that I've always said that Sam was very pretty. So I'm on the record early before the pregnancy.
Are you still mad that she didn't invite you to the wedding? That's why you're
That's why
saying
she's
bad
fat
stuff
now.
about her. Yeah. Oh my God. He said it again. He doubled down.
No, I was saying, is that what you're asking me?
No.
Carmen, you should check on her, see if she's crying.
Oh, no. No, that would be terrible.
By the way, HR is going to talk to you about some rules.
Okay. Do you know what the rule of thumb is?
The rule of thumb, I would have to something with measuring, maybe.
Yes, technically, but the rule of thumb is, and this is not really. Don't be mad at me for this.
Oh my God.
But the rule of thumb is that you can only hit your wife with a stick as wide as your thumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That,
Alexa.
Joe knows. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the rule of thumb? Refers to an approximate method for doing something based on practical experience rather than theory. I like Joe's better.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what that's what it is
basically,
now.
Yeah,
but that's where the phrase came from.
Yeah, wow. Interesting.
What's the golden rule?
Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
That's the one.
I thought that was a commandment.
No. Can I ask you this?
Golden rule is, do unto others.
Can anyone name the 10 commandments?
I can because I just looked at them.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, there's a lot about don't murder. There's only
one about don't murder.
There's also don't steal.
There's thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal.
No adultery.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Actually, I think adultery and covet are two different ones. I think. No false idols.
Yes. I am the Lord your God. You shall worship no other gods besides me.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain.
God damn.
Do not bear false witness against your brother.
Against your neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it means you don't lie on somebody else's name.
Yeah. Like you don't say you were going to Clearwater and then end up somewhere in Lakeland with no shoes on.
Yeah.
Lie to your brother right on the air.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't stop believing.
That's
right.
Can I tell you something?
That's 11.
Lying to me is the worst thing you could do. Don't lie to me. I come to me with the worst truth before you lie to me.
I'm very sorry.
However, I'm a big liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is worse to you in your eyes? What is worse? Lying to you or getting pregnant and getting fat.
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
when you used to be
It
hot.
is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Can you see
Yeah.
if she's in the building?
Oh no.
I don't think she is because she's afternoons.
Can you call her?
She's actually.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
I have her
Oh.
number if you need it. She texted me
So
earlier.
she's at home
I got
listening
it.
to the show.
Yeah, she's busy crying right now.
Oh my god.
She's busy crying, knitting baby shoes.
Yeah.
Do you think she was listening, or do you think somebody told her about it?
Oh, she listens.
Yeah, she listens.
Yeah, she tells me all the time whenever.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, I love listening to Mike.
She used to listen all the time.
Before I got fat.
She stopped around 9:03.
Oh, come on now. This is Sam. She works in the building. She has since she was I don't know if she was an intern, but she's been there for since she was a board op.
Yeah.
And then now she does afternoons on Magic.
I would
Right.
imagine she started as a teenager, right? Wasn't she in her late teens when she was intern or something?
I don't recall. I just know I used to see
Been
her.
there
I
a
used to
long
call her the girl with the pretty eyes. I didn't know what her name was. I didn't know. I'd seen
What
her
do
in
you
the
call her
elevator.
now?
Yeah, what's the
new nickname?
Pregnant Sam.
Oh.
Were you able to get a hold of her, Carmen?
I was. She's on line 1. That
boy.
one.
Hi, Sam. Welcome to the Mike Calta Show.
Good morning.
Can you explain to me
I was
from
just
your?
about to step on the scale.
Mike says you shouldn't do that.
No. Were you listening this morning, or did somebody call you?
Oh no, I was listening. I listen all the time.
Yeah.
What was your interpretation of what happened?
I mean, there was a small but involved, but I understood what you were saying.
Thank
It's
you.
okay.
I didn't want to sexualize you while you were pregnant. Is all I was trying to say. I was saying, But here's the way I hold. I hold pregnant women in high regard. I think they're beautiful. So I'm not going to be talking dirty about a woman who's with child. That's what I was trying to say.
What a
These
nice
guys
guy.
turned it into a butt thing. Like I was saying, but she's pregnant now.
No, I'm just saying you said she used to be hot.
Right. Now she's pregnant.
I mean,
I didn't. Cam, you know what I'm trying to
you're
say.
just saying it again.
No, I get it. You know, the 20 pounds hits hard.
No, listen to me. I've seen your videos. You only have a little belly. It's all you've not gained any weight other than in your belly.
Yeah, I would say I got fairly lucky for the most part.
But you were also super, super skinny. So this is actually probably good for you.
You were super skinny.
Oh,
I'll get back there. I'm going to get back to it.
no, you're fine the way you are. Don't listen to these guys. Don't listen to these
She's gonna
guys.
have a picture of Mike up on the wall, and she's gonna have a treadmill just going Peloton. She doesn't need to listen to the people yelling at her. She just has a picture of Mike.
When do you do?
February 3rd. So my
Oh.
last day of work, if I go all the way, would be like the 31st.
Wow, that went pretty quick, huh?
I mean, maybe for other people.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I wish you the best.
Yeah, I'm kind of
and
done being pregnant.
You know what you're having?
It's a boy.
Oh, it's adorable.
Nice.
What are you gonna name it, Mike?
Yeah. Well, we're not saying.
Oh, why don't you say
That's the only.
you're saying you're not
Well,
saying
because people.
publicly you're not saying, or you're not telling your family, or what do you do?
We haven't told anyone because people will accidentally give you their opinion, and I don't want anybody's opinion.
Yeah.
Is it a common name or an odd name?
It's kind of a mix. It's not super odd.
Oh, I'm dying.
But
Can I guess?
I don't hear it every day.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Fatso? No,
All right.
I'm joking.
Oh my god!
That's just.
It was your fault. The baby's gonna come out. She's gonna yell at it.
What is your husband's name?
Alex.
Is it something derivative of that?
No, it's not.
You should name that kid Sam. I think that would be the coolest.
Sam and Sam. That might get weird. But
Yeah, but it's a
my
cool
mom-
thing because there's like a girl Sam and a boy Sam.
Oh, yeah, but then it's like I was named after my mother. That's weird. But the other thing is, I know exactly what she's talking about because let's just say John. If we're naming our son John, and then they're like, "Oh, there was a jerk in my high school class named John," and it's like, who cares?
I wouldn't care what anybody said.
Yeah, no, but like people feel like they have to tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, there was this ultrasound tech. There was a name we were considering that we didn't go with, and I was like, Alex, let's just tell her. Let's see what she thinks, because it was kind of a weird name. And I said, hey, what do you think of this? And she goes, sounds like a butler's name. So I was so mad at her, and that was the last time I told anybody anything.
You were going to name your kid Jeeves?
What was that name?
That name was Banks.
I like that. I like something. See, I like when you have a
I
name.
liked it too, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
When you have a name like Mike, and it's very common, I always appreciate people with unique names.
Yeah.
So Banks is solid, man. And imagine that kid's an athlete or something.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I like it. Well, did you stay out of
Yeah,
the
but
box
that lady
like that?
ruined it.
Did you stay out of the box like that, or did you go with something more a little normal?
A little bit, but this one's more commonly used, but it's still a little different.
Shark? No.
No.
All right. Well, look. Best of luck. Congratulations, and I'm sure everything's going to be great.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a salad for lunch.
No croutons.
No.
I think you're beautiful, pregnant, and not pregnant. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah. All right. Good luck with you and Banks.
All right.
All right,
Bye, Sam. Oh,
she's
You're
so,
a real jerk.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
I know.
Listen, I didn't say any of this. This is all you people. She knows it. She knows it.
But she was hot.
Yeah.
I didn't say.
Those
I
were
didn't
your
say it
words.
like you're saying it in a way that I did not say it.
Had you left out was, you
Yeah.
would have been okay. That's where you went wrong.
She was.
You didn't let me finish. What if I would have said now she's even hotter?
But that's not
Then
what
you're
you
a
said.
creep. Then you're a creep that likes young pregnant girls.
Yeah.
You can't win. You can't win.
There's no winning, Michael.
If you would have said Sam is beautiful and I don't want to sexualize a pregnant woman, I think you would have been
That's
okay.
it.
But
I
now
didn't-
you
didn't let me get it out, and you guys cut me off and made me seem like a villain.
no, you said
Well,
she was hot.
You were
And then
naming hot women in radio, and she didn't make the cut anymore.
Yeah,
Is
he
what
said
pretty
she
much-
was.
In fact, you pointed out that she used to be hot.
She used to be on the list. Now that's no longer the case.
Yeah.
You said she should name her kid Fatso.
Yeah, blame
It's
that
all
kid.
sent from you.
Blame that kid for making her look the way that you think she looks.
In all seriousness, have you seen her? I mean, she's exactly the same stick figure and looks like a snake that swallowed a watermelon.
Yeah,
She's just
yeah.
got a belly. That's
Yeah.
all she's got. That's
I had a buddy of
solid
mine, his
pregnancy.
wife was like that, and she did a half marathon when she was like 8 months pregnant because she literally just had watermelon baby, belly, whatever, and the rest of her was exactly the same.
My wife did not have that.
No.
She blew up twice. How she was able to come back from that twice, I have no idea. She ballooned up for both those kids pretty big, and then she came back. I mean, look, she'll be the first to tell you. She'll be. Well, she was pregnant. It's not like she just gained a bunch of weight.
I know.
She got really big for her body size, and then got all the way down. Then had another kid, did the same thing again. It was
Carmen,
great.
You keep
Carmen,
going.
do you think you would ever make it back?
I'd have drugs. I'd need drugs. For sure.
Even with drugs, you wouldn't make it back.
Oh,
You would just be like, now is my reason to eat a taco. No, I think you would enjoy it. I think you'd be like,
No. I can't listen. No. I love food and I accept that I will never be a stick. I've never been a stick figure. You know what I mean? I've always been more athletic and more of a muscle build.
right.
And so I know I will never be tiny. But I also love food and I am not going to live myself starving myself.
no. I think if you got pregnant and was having a baby, whatever, that would be your excuse, and you would be if anybody said anything, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a mother now.
I'm eating for two.
During my pregnancy, yes, but I would also be mindful. But after the pregnancy, Ozempic, baby. What's up? Let's go.
So you still wrote that off, though? You're never going to have kids?
Yeah. Listen, just like you saw that drug movie too early and it pushed you from never wanting to do drugs, they showed a woman. I saw a woman giving birth way too early. A body is not supposed to.
Listen, my
is
wife
not meant to
had
do
my wife
that.
had 2 C-sections.
But they say that's not good for the baby.
My babies are fine.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah. Your babies are good, but that's not always the case.
Yeah.
And the thing now is, And like you hear about these women and their traumatizing experience at the hospital because it literally is. They say they feel like they are on a conveyor belt, that they go in and they say, this is my birth plan, this is what I want, and the doctor's like, nope, you're getting a C-section.
No.
Boom, go.
Yeah, because there are certain reasons why. Like my wife had to have a C-section because her pelvis was curved and my son was huge. So they said the chances of there being a problem with him going through the birth canal would be higher than if they just had a C-section.
There are some cases that you need to have a C-section, but nowadays it's so much easier and it gets the women in and out of the hospital faster that doctors are quicker to say, let's have a C-section instead of allowing women to have a full-blown birth the way they want to.
Sounds like they're doing it the right way.
No, it's
pluck it right out.
I know
like Operation.
I know a nurse who does this, and she says C-sections are overprescribed because it is a factory. Get in, get out, get in, get out. It's less work and stuff, and it's just I don't know. I saw the video. My body is not meant for that. It's not supposed to do that.
You're pregnant, huh?
You do it.
I don't want to do it. I did it twice already.
Well, thanks for tuning in, Sam.
Yeah.
You learned some stuff today.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta, Medicine Man.
I can't. Today.
That's a good
I don't
baby
have
name.
Yeah,
You should have a
Medicine
baby.
Man.
Yeah.
When's the last time you made sweet love to a woman?
Oh, well, last time.
Oh, about a few weeks ago, after I went to the Avid Brothers concert, I was in Dunedin, and so this woman came out pretty strong to me in the Dunedin Brewery, and like a few weeks ago.
And
you guys had sex?
No, he said she came
Not
out.
sex.
Oh.
She came on to me very strong. She French kissed me and stuff like that.
Oh.
Lap danced me, bought me beer.
When's
It
the
was
last?
like over the third base, and we were ready to.
All right,
I
it's
think
too
we gotta
much
do
today.
it.
It's too much. A lot. Too much.
I don't know if he's ever had sex.
No, he has. He's told us he has.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
he
believe
just-
him.
You believe
You
him?
just asked him if he had sex, and a lady kissed him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
no,
said
no.
yeah.
Yeah, but I said when's the last time you made sweet love to a woman, and that's what he said. But I believe that Medicine Man back in the day has explained to us the type of woman he had sex with, which is probably like Medicine Woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
There's no way he wasn't getting laid at those live
right.
stocks back in the day.
For
'cause
sure.
There was all kinds of weird stuff
Drugs.
going on.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How you guys doing?
Good. What's up?
Not much. I was just wondering what's going on with those Metallica tickets.
Yeah, we got them. We're going to give them away.
Yeah, what's happening?
What's going on with that?
You want to give them away?
What are they sitting
All
over
right,
there?
we'll take a break and we'll give those away when we come back.
All right.
How do you like that, sir? You instigated the giveaway. We'll do it next. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Now, Galvin,
Yeah.
Metallica's coming.
Yeah, they are.
2 days.
I'm
2
going.
days at
Both
Raymond
nights.
James Stadium.
Yes.
You're going to both days?
Of course.
I don't think I'm going to either one.
Limp Bizkit is coming.
True.
Metallica's with
Yeah.
True.
Metallica's with
No,
them.
Metallica's headlining. I don't know if you know that or not.
I look at it as a Limp Bizkit show.
It's not.
I don't care about seeing Pantera. I don't care about
Oh.
seeing Limp Bizkit. I don't care about seeing I-9 Sports, whatever the name of that band is.
Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah.
Suicidal.
I don't care about seeing Suicidal. I don't want to go. I just I enjoy their music, and I'd rather just listen to it in my car.
You don't want to see Metallica.
Not that way.
Maybe-
If
maybe-
Titus can get me in a suite, if Patrick Smith takes me in a suite, I'll go to that.
Might be one of the last times you see him, though. Think
Yeah.
about it.
I've seen him so many times, Galvin.
Okay.
And I've watched him from the stage.
Yeah.
It's not going to get any better. I don't know. Unless David Wells calls me up and is like, I got
Oh, yeah.
pit tickets, and I'm like, oh well, maybe.
Buddy with Lars and stuff. Maybe
I don't
want to
go in.
Funko Pop signed.
I don't want to go in like a jabron.
Yeah.
He don't want to be in Gen Pop.
Yeah.
Right. No,
It's, because my experience has been better than that before. So now to lower my
Yeah.
experience to do that, it's not worth it.
I would rather see them in an arena than a stadium.
Yes.
You know,
It's just more, I don't want to say intimate. It's just more, it's closer, you know?
I've seen them in a lot of different venues and stuff, so I'm fine with it. And the seats.
I'm not mad at it.
Seats I got are good too. I'm in a good spot. I was gonna get floor, but the way their setup is, that stage is pretty high.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do seats, and I got pretty good seats right down there. So
what's the date?
The date is what the date is. I don't
March? Was it March? May?
I think it's.
I want to say June,
July,
August? Is it sometime around September or November?
I'm just pointing out, it's
June
gonna-
6th.
It's going to be very hot. And humid.
June 6th and June 8th.
Yeah. We need to be in a suite for that.
I mean, if you're gonna sweat at any show, sweat at a Metallica show.
I mean, the humidity is going to be 98%.
Oh man.
Like I said, if you had a suite available, Patrick Smith or whoever, oh man, you give me a hard time for talking about my wife gaining weight while she had the baby. She was listening, and she just sent me a picture. Do you want to see this picture?
Oh,
hold on.
I've seen some of those before.
This
it's pretty
one
wild.
This one is quite possibly the craziest one. I'm going to put it up here. Carmen, I'm going to have to send it to you.
Good for her to send it. What does she know you're sending it to us though?
Probably.
That's unbelievable.
Oh man.
I mean, look at that.
It's just a testament to how hard you worked to
Twice.
Get,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Twice. I was like, there's no way. Look at
that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's what having another person inside you will do. Yeah. It's
yeah,
insane.
but it's not a 16-year-old inside
I
you.
say,
you know?
Michael, beautiful. She looks very beautiful.
Easy creep.
Yeah, what a weirdo.
What's wrong with saying someone looks beautiful?
Thank you, Joe.
The pregnant women smell good.
No, I didn't say that.
Let me show you this one too, real quick.
Oh man,
this is not my OnlyFans girlfriend. This is just an Instagram chick.
Just a random hot girl you have saved on your phone.
But no, that's on Instagram. But look, she's got the tattoo on her forehead.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and you can't really.
Were you trying to cleanse your phone?
She does not look pregnant.
The two prior pictures.
She is not pregnant.
Oh,
no,
okay.
my wife just sent the other ones to me. Oh, look at that girl. That girl is smoking out, but she's all makeup.
Yeah.
But she knows how to do it right.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just too much for me. That's
that's
I mean,
too many.
She's doing it for Instagram. You know what I mean?
You know that's not what she really looks like.
Right.
No.
But also, even if you see her, like if I'm single and I see her in a bar, I'm like, ugh, too much.
Yeah.
High maintenance.
Yeah.
I'm willing to roll a dice, I think. Yeah.
So we're all going to turn her down when she sees us in the bars.
I just said I'm willing to roll a dice.
Right. By the way, do you know how many girls I wound up hooking up with because they were beautiful and they walked past me and I went, gross. I love doing that. And they're like, what? And I go, no, you weren't supposed to hear that.
All right, it's time for us to give away a pair of tickets to Metallica. I got a pair for each night. I'm going to do one right now. I don't know which night it is, but
John Senning just texted me. He said, I'll inquire about the suite for you guys for Metallica.
Thank you.
He's the direct
just
hookup.
You superhero hair or Titus, one of you guys.
Now I feel like we're just glomming on.
Yeah, well,
I have no shame
The only
anymore.
way you're gonna get one.
I have no shame anymore.
Kiss the ring.
Right, yeah. Please, John Setting, allow us to
all roads run through John Senning now.
Yeah,
he said it's totally fine. Just while you're there, you have to put beard oil in his beard.
Fine.
Rub it.
That's fine.
Maybe he's the new king of Tampa Bay.
That's
Titus.
right. Yeah.
That's true. All the kings hang together.
Yeah, in the same
Him and
suite.
Titus hanging out. All right. Let's give some stuff away with a little bit of Sing Along with Calvin.
And now it's time for Sing Along with Galvin.
One guitar just blew him away. Tried to run, tried to hide, break on through to the other side. Whoa, heaven let your light shine down. Down the hill came Jack and Jill, and you came tumbling after.
And now it's time for Sing Along with Galvin.
That reminds me every time of how much I hate the Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
Sweet mother of God. It's
been a while since I heard that.
Good morning. Who is this?
Hey, Mike, this is Dustin.
How you doing, Dustin? You a big Metallica fan?
Love them, man.
All right. We're going to make this pretty easy for you because we want you to win. Galvin is going to sing a popular Metallica song. When he stops singing, you must sing the next line correctly. If you do that, you will win tickets to go see Metallica. Dustin, are you ready?
I'm ready, Mike.
Galvin, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Lars, are you ready? Here we go.
Holding your pillow tight.
No.
Exit
No.
I'm so sorry, sir. We got to get the exact words. You were close. But no cigar. No cigar.
No.
No. I wonder if he knows where he made the mistake.
He will later on. 10 years from now, he's going to regret it.
All right, let me reload the Metallica, and let me get a new contestant.
And that's the song of songs. Yeah, come on.
Hi, who is this? Yeah, it's pretty easy with that song. Good morning. Who's this?
Charlie.
Charlie. Charlie, you already sound disappointed. Are you going to be able to do this, Charlie?
Charlie.
Man, that sounds pretty tough.
All right, you want to pass, Charlie?
No.
You going to give it a shot?
Don't give it a shot.
All right. Galvin?
Yeah.
Lars? Here we go.
Charlie.
I don't have it.
Charlie, you knew you didn't have it. You made me sing the whole thing.
Stink. You stink.
Unbelievable. Yeah, Charlie, I knew he was going to have it.
Who doesn't know the next line? I mean, we brought it to the easiest part of the
Oh
song.
my God. I think we
Watch this. Watch this. You ready?
Yeah.
Hi, who's this?
Derek.
Ready?
Yes,
Exit light.
Enter night.
Take my hand.
Take me off to never land.
Come on.
Oh. That's one of the best parts. Rough.
One more.
What a damn shame.
We'll wait till tomorrow. Who's this? Yeah.
Danny?
Danny, how you feeling? Better than these guys?
I believe so, yes.
Here we go. Last one of the day. If you don't get this, nobody's getting them. Ready?
Yeah.
Exit light. Enter night.
Take my hand. We're off to never land.
Finally, thank God.
Very nice.
Well, I can't believe it went through that many people.
You can't get any easier than that.
No, that was, we practically gave you the lyrics. All right,
Master of.
Yeah. What is your name, sir?
Danny.
Danny. Okay, Danny, I'm going to put you on hold. Chill out for a minute. Carmen will get you during the break, and we'll hook you up with Metallica tickets. Okay, buddy?
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, pal. Good job. Sweet Jesus. The first guy was really so close. It was gripping your pillow tight.
Yeah. What is he holding?
Holding your pillow tight. It's gripping your pillow tight. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry. And then the second guy was just a mess.
He knew.
Does anyone want to be blown away right now? That song's 36 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's no way.
That's older than me.
36 years old.
Sure, because that
1991.
came out before I was in.
Is that crazy?
That is insane.
I know that because I remember reading an article at 35
Yeah.
that it came up and like songs that are 35 years old.
It's so funny because like if you would ask me not thinking about it all, I would have been like, oh, it's, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years old.
Yeah.
I would have maybe said 20, but 36.
Oh,
Holy cow.
Jeez. That's wild.
Yeah.
There are adults that song was before they were born.
Yeah. Carmen.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Literally me.
It's hard to say, but man, the Black Album, the Load album. What is the best song to come out of that era?
I mean, Sabbath True is a great song.
Sabbath True is my favorite, I think.
Yeah. That's a great, like that, just that riff, how heavy that is, that down.
I'm constantly singing that in my head.
Yeah. And the da na na na.
And then I thought the other one that was good was the "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that."
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It was just uncharacteristic of them.
Yeah, I definitely like earlier Metallica stuff. Like I like stuff off of Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning. I like a little bit more of the speed metal. That was more commercial and huge. Obviously, that made them what they are and stuff. But really, Sad But True, that riff maybe one of the heavier. It's not super fast. It's not, but it's just got that groove and that just. There's no way you can't move to that song.
And I know they got a lot of crap for it, but Unforgiven's a great song. Unforgiven is a really good song. And then Lux Eterna I love too, the new song.
Yeah. I got to tell you, Hardwired, was a great album. And then the whatever Lux Eterna, what is it? The season 72 seasons, whatever. That last album has a lot of good stuff on it too.
Yeah, they're still solid.
And
man.
they're all over the place.
All right, I'm back. I'm going now.
Yeah.